What's up, everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Pyre Community RITE Night, which means, of course, some good old-fashioned multiplayer Pyre, featuring first and foremost none other than the members of the RITE Club Discord server, the place for all things multiplayer Pyre. And if you're interested in getting more involved in multiplayer Pyre, then the best way to do so is by joining said Discord group, which you can do by clicking on that link right there. But those of you in chat, you are not off the hook. No, because you see the red circle with the white L below chat. You click on that and you'll find all of the various requests that you can make today, including things ranging from selecting players' exiles, masteries, songs, arenas, even Titan stars are all fair game. So, without further ado, let's hop into versus mode. I'll hop into Discord and let me know if there is anyone who would like to get us started. Macaws is in, or is interested, so I can get him in, certainly. Let me know if there's anyone else who'd like to face off against Macaws to get us started. Oh, let me just quickly set ourselves back to our defaults here. There we go. I'll unplug my controller before I invite anyone, just to play it safe. You never know. Steam Remote Play may not play nice. For what it's worth, I did check. I remembered this week to double check if there were any Steam updates. I did have a Steam update. Now, I don't know exactly when it happened, but just a heads up that anyone looking to get in today may be worth doing a quick double check, seeing if you have any Steam updates yourself, because, well, it does seem like that has been a problem in the past, of course, at times when people are working from different versions of Steam. So, happy to send you the invite, Macaws, but if you need to take a minute just to check your state of Steam, then no worries. And as I said, still looking for someone else to face off against Macaws here, so let us know if anyone would like to do that. Or, yes, we could, of course, start fielding requests for our first match, but it may make sense for us to figure out who's in before we start going there.
I updated before hopping in here, so we are
Look at that. Absolute pro. How's it going, Macaws? Invite should be on its way.
Doing okay, how are you?
Doing all right. Okay. So yeah, still looking for someone else to face off against Macaws. I mean, as always, I can hop in if needed to be the placeholder, if you will. So maybe I will plug that controller back in after all. There we are. Okay. So, not seeing any requests from chat at the moment, so maybe we'll just keep things simple for the time being. Let me just set us up here. This guy, whoever he is. Macaws, which triumvirate would you like to be today?
True Nightwings, brother, man.
True Nightwings. That can be arranged. Okay. Nice. In that case, I think I'm ready to go whenever you are.
Let's do it.
Let's do it indeed. No requests, so it'll just be up to us to go with whatever we'd like here.
Sweet.
Oh, look at this. That's one way to get started.
You heed the summons to the fall of Solium. You are gathered to conduct this rite. Prevail and step closer to freedom. True Nightwings, stand ready. Pyre Hearts, stand ready. Now let us begin.
Alright, so all up to you, Macaws. You may take whatever you would like here. stowaway. Sporting. Quick throwing talisman. Okay, with the salute, no less. Alrighty then. Yeah. Nope. I suppose. Oh dear. Oh dear, an exploding deluge. Now there is one particular direction that Macaws could choose to go in here. I'm curious to see if in fact that is how this plays out. What do I want where?
The fact that you can like play and commentate over the match, like it boggles my mind sometimes.
I mean, well, right now we're just on a setup screen. This is nothing.
Yeah, but I've seen you do this before.
Oh, hey, Ferris, how's it going? Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that oddly, I don't know. Much of it for me dates back to I was big on playing soccer or association football for those in other parts of the world growing up, and I always liked listening to the commentators, and so sometimes as I was playing, either in my head or even out loud, I'd just sort of like mess around and pretend there was, commentators talking over as things were happening in the game, and so I was always sort of multitasking in a way. So playing the sport, but at the same time also thinking about how someone would commentate over that stuff as it was happening in real time. And then ultimately, yes, obviously Pyre is its own game, yes, but there are a lot of similarities. If anyone were to have played FIFA or just generally watch any soccer/association football games, then I think you would notice that there are a lot of similarities with the style that I've taken.
Now begin.
So, not inventing things out of nowhere, or at least maybe not as much as it might seem. Oops, that was no good. Oh, that's a banishing throw one. I did not catch that. And I did not mean to go through that.
Now go.
Excuse me, no, I was about to pick that up, thank you very much.
Is the first to falter.
I find that quite disrespectful, in fact. Oh, I really thought I had that. I thought after you threw that I picked that up, and then I started going in the other direction. Now that's not close enough. And that's not the exile I meant to have, either. That's also not where I meant to jump. Oh man, everything's off today. Just can't quite get it right. Need the warm-up. This is the warm-up, though. I guess that's how that goes.
No law against throwing in the orb.
Okay. Recognize that was the banishing throw one. Except, it's one thing recognizing it, it's another thing being able to do something about it.
More like that, and we are finished here. Oh. Zap.
There we go. We're on the board, at least. We'd like to see a little more of that. We would have liked to have seen a little more of that a little while ago. Ooh,
Poor exile.
a little too quick. Yep, we know that's the Banishing Throws one. That doesn't mean we can do anything about it, though. GG, well done.
The
GG.
true Nightwings prevail. 'Twas as though the scribes themselves stood by their side.
All right, well played, Macaws.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Sferis is
will.
good, just chilling. Well, I'm filling in for the moment. I'm happy to stick around, but Sferis, if you'd like to get in, you are absolutely welcome to take my spot. Whatever works for you, or anyone else for that matter, if anyone would like to get in. I'm just holding down the fort. Can play a few games? Well, say no more. Would you like to get in now?
Say a little more.
Yeah, maybe say a little more. I may have been getting a little bit ahead of myself there.
Hey,
Hey, how's it going?
pretty good.
You good to get in right now?
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's why I'm
Alright.
here.
Let me unplug my controller as my computer just shows my desktop background. Captivating stuff. Let's see. Sferis, are you there you are. Yes, you are showing up. Okay, very nice. Come on, Steam Remote Play. Please stop showing this. Usually it's just Shift-Tab that gets rid of it. Oh, there we go. Okay. I don't know why. A few months ago it started doing that pretty often when people joined in on Remote Play. It didn't used to. But okay, Sferis. Oh, actually, could you guys just confirm, Macaws, are you still player 1, or did Remote Play switch things up on us?
Still player 1.
Okay, very nice. I saw that for a second there. Was wondering if we were about to get preset masteries.
Oh,
So-
it would have crashed if we had let it rip from there.
Little curveball.
Mods don't work with the preset masteries.
Yeah. Let's see. Sferis. I was gonna. That didn't quite look right. That's because I did spell that incorrectly. There we go. Sferis, which triumvirate would you like to be today? Essence?
Essence.
Okay. Nice. Essence it is. Let us know if there's anything we'd like to see between these two, but if not, we can certainly just get straight into the action here. Macaws has had a mini warm-up there with me, but this will be Sferis' first match of the day. We're still in the early stages, of course. Why don't we get going?
The true Nightwings shall take on
Right, well,
the essence.
it's the Pit of Malith.
Welcome.
There are no requests,
Who shall conduct the rites?
so it is up to the players to go with whatever they would like, and for Macaws, that means it'll be a quick throwing manly in the first spot. Be a quick throwing Viz Paleth in the first spot for Sferis. Now a speedy saluting Bertrude for Macaws. Speedy Jody. Is it just a coincidence that you two are taking all the same talismans?
Yeah.
Must be.
They're just a good
I mean,
talismans.
it's not like you're using the same setups, but
The deluge.
it's
They're
just
just
a
good
little odd.
talismans, that's all.
I saw you hovering over the vengeful vow for a second. I was like, well, once I saw you taking a sap, I didn't think you were about to go that route, but for a brief moment there, it seemed possible we were about to see all the same talismans. It did not happen, though. What did happen was Macoss just threw that one in for 25 with his sap. So he took the quick throwing talisman on, and it certainly paid off there. Speed throws, and you have the speed sprinting, and, well, that was almost a pinball throw. Technically, I'm not sure if that was from the official throw, or if that was Macoss's Bertrude dropping the orb after she got banished. So had that hit the pyre, I don't know if it would have counted, or if it would have had one of those inadvertent bounces out toward the middle of the arena. Afraid we may never know. It's back now with Spherus here. Gets a banishment out of that, and oh, the sapling aura just big enough to take out Jody there. Cause there's good example of the unblockability of those crone throws. There's nothing that Spherus could do about that. It was good for 18. Spherus now locking down the orb with a sapling. Perhaps waiting for some reinforcements, but they may not have come quickly enough. Sap versus sap. And it seemed as though that duel was won by Spherus. Still a bit of a stalemate here. Can Spherus find the breakthrough? Yes, he can. In fact, that's a full 30 damage throw. That must have been the quick throwing talisman demon for Spherus, as there's not a lot of time to get that off, and yet didn't leave any damage on the table, metaphorically speaking. There's another unblockable throw, and that one also had me a little perplexed as to whether that was still the original throw, or if that had technically bounced off a wall at some point and no longer counted, but it certainly did. Worm coming back as everyone else was banished, though wasn't able to do anything with that opportunity, was Macoss. But there, speaking of inadvertent orbs hitting the pyre, well, Spherus, maybe it's not inadvertent if he deliberately throws at his own pyre. He did that, though it went to Macoss, and that ultimately led to a Macoss score there. He is playing with fire a bit. Yes, it does bounce the orb back out away from your pyre when you do that, but you can't really control where it goes. May have backfired on that occasion, but on this occasion, Spherus is able to plunge in there for 30 with Jodariel. But with no prayer beads, she is gone in this round. That means a little more room for Macoss to maneuver, and he gets a 24 damage crone throw. And though that may not be the maximum, it is still significant, because it is possible for Macoss to finish this with one score. Then again, of course, we do see both players have a sap and may very well have some rekindling, so this may not be a one round of Pyre life type of match. Could very well see rekindling on either side. Oh, but that throw was not enough. That's just 11 from Macoss. Certainly now it's easier to get enough damage to trigger what, if any, rekindling there may be. If not, then of course Macoss would win. That is enough, but it is 50 rekindling confirmed. So Spherus still holding on with a healthy amount of Pyre life. In fact, it is more than what Macoss has at the moment. Then again, as we were saying, Macoss does also have a sap. So he may also have some rekindling. If he has 10, that means, for all intents and purposes, we are tied here. May very well be the case. That was a timely return from Macoss's deluge, and although he wasn't able to make it out far, he did at least stop that attack. Bit of bully ball there from Vids. You could say that again. Jody for Sferis. We're gonna knock back those defenders, but Macaws was mindful of that, stayed just far enough away that he was not affected by the demon jump stun. And that is a 30 damage crone plunge. That means no Bertrude in this round for Macaws, but it does mean that one score is potentially all that Macaws would need, and we know that for certain, as we have already seen Sferis is rekindling. Now that being said, the worm would not have sufficient damage unless Deluge has the bonus damage mastery. Don't know that we saw that. It would need to be a almost full damage score from Manly, or Macaws would need to wait around to get Bertrude back. She would also have sufficient damage, barring a partial damage quick throw. Of course, Sferis is not going down without a fight. That's a 30 damage throw, and that means if Macaws does not have any rekindling, this is a sudden death match here. If Macaws does, then of course he would still be holding on even after that score. But, oh dear, Sferis is defenseless. But Macaws unable to sprint, jump, throw, or use any of their special abilities, and that was probably the difference between Sferis going down there and holding on for one more fight.
United in banishment.
But perhaps this time it'll be a little bit different. Is Macaws quick enough? Yes, he is.
The true knight
You had
wings
third curse, by
prevail.
the way.
Their pyre
Yeah, but I don't want to pop it until I have the ball.
there, but no.
Yeah.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Well played, you two. Alright, well let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
Let us know if there is anything we would like to see for the next one. Otherwise, if not, of course, we can always leave it up to the players to go with whatever they'd like, as we did in that match. Certainly turned out well.
Close game.
Close game. You always like to see that. Did you have any rekindling, Macaws? Do you remember?
Nah, I went full left.
Oh, okay. So it was truly sudden death in that case.
Yeah.
Very nice. Alright, well, not seeing any requests from chat right now, so why don't we hop back in?
The true night wings shall now face the essence.
Alright, now it is the Isle of Kalamer. Certainly some extra chaos from that, but no requests from chat. So all up to the players here. It'll be Legendary Aura's Scale on Gilman in the first spot for Macaws, giving him the extra jumping distance. A quick throwing Vizpaleth in the first spot for Sferis. Vanishing Throw Stowaway is Macaws' second selection.
Exile.
And Prayer Beads on Gareth. That's who Sferis will take in the second slot. Exploding Deluge is Macaws' final choice.
That's infinite worms already. Two of them.
Whoa, 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 hold on. He only took 2 worms, didn't he?
Yeah, but that's infinite respawn with 2 worms.
Not for us Infinite Worms purists.
Who's gonna tell him?
No, but legitimately it isn't, because eventually your non-worm will respawn of its own accord, and then that's gonna break the pattern. So it's not truly infinite. At least not indefinitely.
Exile.
So it's just not the same. Alright. Imp in the last spot for Sferis, and here we go with this fake Infiniworms team from Macaws. able to get a 15 damage worm throw in there. Looking to follow up with more of the same, and able to do just that.
The orb is up.
This time, Spheris at least disrupts the plan a bit, though it is still in the possession, at least momentarily, of a different one of Makos's worms. There's a big explosion. But Spheris emerges with the orb in Vispaleth's possession, although Makos scoops it back up here. Stunning claim, but I think everyone is frozen and nobody's coming back from banishment, so pretty much just a freeze moment. No special privileges given to any one exile. That is a 20 damage plunge from Gareth for Spheris, and Gareth has Prayer Bead, so he has returned. That throw, Makos got it off just in time. Oh, but it's actually one off the maximum. It's 14 rather than 15. We'll have to see later on if that ends up being significant or not. Another worm throw from Makos, this time back to the full 15.
The orb is up.
Spheris with the stop, now transitioning into offense. Oh, and somewhat surprisingly, that throw did not vanish, although technically Spheris didn't need to. Still gets the 30 damage score from the throw either way. Stowaway banishes one, then gets banished herself. Now it's Gareth for Spheris. Looks for the black magic jump and actually settles for a quick little 5 damage throw instead. Vispaleth just catches the corner of that cast, going down in the process. Oh, and the stowaway went down, but actually did get the throw off nonetheless. It was 14 damage, so once again, a little less than the maximum. That may prove to be significant.
Trickery.
Here is Spheris. Stunning claim, which, oh yeah, for a second there, I'm not sure if Makos realized, but he did have the only exile capable of moving. Didn't quite have enough time to do anything with that opportunity, though. Spaleth now. Force Fair banishes one defender, but Makos picks the orb back up with the other. Trying to way through with the worm, gets the unblockable throw, but it's short of the target. Spheris still has his demon in position. Gets a 30 damage throw in there, and I believe that means one score is all that Spheris needs here. I don't believe Makos has a way to muster 27 damage in one round. It would need to be at least 2 rounds for him. Now that's the timing on the stunning claim that Makos is looking for. Oh, for a second there you wondered. You wondered if the banishment was going to be just enough to stop Makos from scoring.
Press their luck, perhaps?
GG.
But with the next round, the quick worm throw finishes the job for Makos. GG.
Adversaries came ever
GG.
so close.
Another sudden death match. Well played, you
The
two.
night is done.
I got stunning claim because I jumped too late, I think. Like, my aim started being in the air, but still got stunned.
Yeah, you had at least one where there was sort of like a delay before stunning claim applied to you, it seemed. Well, let us know if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one. Otherwise, if not, of course, we can always leave it up to the players to go with whatever they'd like. And thus far, we've not been disappointed by these matches in which the players take whatever they'd like. So maybe we're quite all right keeping it that way, after all. Not seeing any requests, so barring anything last second here, I suppose I'll just hop back in.
The true night wings.
Alright, this
versus
time
the
we'll be at the
Essence.
nest of Trieste.
Welcome. Who shall conduct the rites?
Match in which both players will take whatever they want. No requests, so Makos goes for the thematically fitting harp in the first spot.
child.
So then it's a speedy Borfrit in the first spot for Spheris.
Messenger imp.
Speedy Messenger Imp for Macaws. Quick throwing Pamitha is the direction in which Spheris will go. With the fell swoop, which is certainly a factor that Macaws may need to consider here. Those aura bursts on the harp cast can be very effective. It'll be Kerfang Barker as Macaws' final selection. Spheris pondering the options. Ultimately, settles on an exploding Lady River. An initial orb race won by Macaws with the harp, then switches into what is actually an offensive imp there. That was 25 damage. Rather than the 15 we are perhaps more accustomed to seeing. That time it is the harp that ends up scoring for Macaws though, so that time it's 20. But with prayer beads, that harp is back. Helped win the initial orb race, but now it is back with Spheris here. Or, well, one moment while we wait for it to come back from the lava pit. Here is Macaws. Harp against harp, except Macaws switches, into what is once again a more offensive setup. That's 28 damage from Barker there, rather than the usual 20, and then 25. Well, you see, yes, the extra damage has added up to the point where it is winnable with one more score from Macaws. However, just a little bit more, of course, he wouldn't have even needed anything else, as he practically got there already. Spheris holding on with 2 Pyre life, but with that score, Macaws finishes the job. GG.
What a crushing victory it was.
Well played, you two.
The rite is ended.
Barker sounds like the villain from a Hanna-Barbera cartoon when he says Noxalis.
Until the stars align.
What's up, Morsey C? How are you? Well, let us know if there is anything we'd like to see with our next match. Thus far, we've for the most part just been having the players take whatever they would like. Always nice seeing some Pyre. Indeed. Indeed. Well, is there anything in particular we would like to see? Or do we just want to leave it up to the players to go with whatever they want? That choice is up to us. I mean, the players, you can request stuff if you would like. The one rule there being you can't request things that inherently favor you over your opponent, but we do have a request from chat. Just to clarify, it is a request for Tizo. Do we want a Tizo on both teams, or is just one Tizo, regardless of which team it is on, sufficient? Are we doubling down on the Tizo action? Probably, right? Just as long as there is at least one Tizo, but perhaps the more Tizos the merrier. Alright.
Good to me.
Yeah, I imagine that can be arranged.
The true Nightwings shall confront the essence.
Is that the cairn?
Welcome
We have the
Who
request
shall conduct
for
the
Tizo, but other than that, players may take whatever they would like. We saw Macaws doing this earlier, the legendary Worm Talisman for Gilman.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's not the most common Worm Talisman, but it's still popular enough that you see it pop up every once in a while. Perhaps just popular enough, just effective enough, to say that it could qualify as underrated. You see it, it's not like it's unheard of, but it's somewhat rare, despite being pretty effective.
It's a little more finesse to get it than the exploding worm. I think exploding worm is the most like it's the most it's got the most bang for your buck, really. You don't have to like do much of the worm nonsense to get it to be effective. I think Ore Scale takes a little bit more finesse, but that's definitely more of a scoring worm thing. What are you doing?
Are the worms just there for support, or are they actually there to contribute offensively as well? Well, it's a speedy Bertrude for Spherus.
Flame.
Nutrition Stick on Manly. Well, that's actually 2 out of 2 legendary talismans thus far for Macaws, which may be a coincidence. We'll just have to see what he opts for in the 3rd spot. Here is the Tizo for Spherus. It's a quick throwing Tizo. We have not yet seen Tizo for Macaws. Here he is. Will this also be a legendary talisman for him? No, it will also be quick throwing talisman. So instead, goes with the same setup that Spherus chose. Tizo is even lining up against each other in a bit of a mirror match there. But why have 1 imp?
When you can have 3.
Or in this case 2, but yes. Spherus, so down goes Bertrude. Tizo gets banished. In fact, everyone gets banished on Macaws' side. Spherus, was in a better position with his imp, but I think was going big or going home. Wanted more damage from the Chrome, but didn't have enough time to do it, and instead, now it's Macaws throwing that one in for 15 damage. Macaws with a quick follow-up there. Oh, but it's only 5 damage. Was that a stubborn flame that we saw on Bertrude's setup? It certainly looked like it may have been. If so, then of course that would reduce the damage of all of Macaws' scores by a flat 10. Which, especially for characters with low base damage, it cuts it in a 1/3. Rather than 15, it's just 5 for those worms. Bertrude, a little bit off the mark there for Spherus. He's back with Gilman. He is down. Macaws through the portal, takes him to about midfield. Does go down, does set up a slightly more dangerous portal in the process, though. Gilman, he's cut off. In fact, everyone down here for Macaws. This is an unblockable crone throw, except it might have been a little bit short, because actually, right as I say that, of course, Macaws proves me wrong. On this occasion, though, there is no one to stop that Spherus throw, although Spherus cuts it slightly short. Rather than the full 30, it's just 29 damage. Maybe that won't matter, but only time will tell. 25 damage throw there from Macaws' Tizo. Actually, Spherus was in the lead, which is why we did not see the Stubborn Flame taking effect there. It is taking effect here, though. So, as remarkable as a sap plunge is, it is only 15 rather than the usual 25 damage.
Barely a mark against
And that throw would have typically been 14, but on this occasion, gets reduced by 10, so it's down to just 4, courtesy of, once again, that stubborn flame. Bertrude, one who has that stubborn flame mastery, but does not have enough time to get that throw off. Gilman against Raji. This time, Spheris careful, make sure that it's the full 30 damage worth of value. No time for any damage on the throw that go round, though.
How comical.
Cos has that extra mobility courtesy of the nutrition stick. Didn't directly lead to a score, but ultimately, Macos did get the job done with his worm.
'Twas dangerously close.
Once again, just hard to make much headway with just 5 damage scores. Does Macos push for something a little bit bigger here, or is he willing to settle?
Not much force of will
Chipping
behind
away
that
here,
thrust.
another 5 damage from a worm throw. Usually, of course, 21 damage would be enough. That Macos would be able to finish this with 1 score, but again, Stubborn Flame, there's your proof. Doesn't matter how long Macos charges that up for, it's only 5 damage, and even now, Macos still can't quite get enough damage to finish this with 1 score. Even with his higher damage characters.
Merely a glancing.
That is, unless, of course, Spheris retakes the lead, but Spheris throws that one in for 11 drops.
There goes old
Macos down to 30, which means 1 full damage score from Bertrude would be enough for Spheris, unless, of course, Macos has Rekindling on Manly. But with that throw, oh, hold on a second. It's 23 damage, lowers Macos down to 7. So yes, 1 score for sure would be enough for Spheris. On the other hand, there is no more Numbing Gust. It is now possible for Macos to win this with 1 score. So you could argue that that score that we saw most recently from Spheris was actually detrimental. Such is the way the math plays out sometimes when you have the Stubborn Flame in effect, or in this case, now no longer in effect. Leads to some somewhat counterintuitive situations. Because with that throw, it is now possible
GG.
for Macos to win.
true night winds prevail.
GG.
The victory is so
It
narrow.
goes-
I feel like I'm always getting blown by
and thus
terrain.
more glorious.
Terrible.
Yeah, the pucks giveth and the pucks taketh away.
Well played, you two. And look at that, it was a Tizo request match, and fittingly enough, he is the one who we see at the end screen here with the decisive
Until
throw.
The next right.
Scree he.
That's his victory speech. Alright, well, let us know if there is anything we would like to see for the next one. Otherwise, if not, of course, we can always just leave it up to the players, go with whatever they'd like. I know, Spheris, you were saying you were able to
Yeah,
stick
it's
around
gonna
for a
be
little
my
bit.
Last one.
Probably your last one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let us know if there is anyone who would like to take Spheris' spot in that case, as it sounds like Spheris is probably about to swap out. Does mean it would be our last chance to set anything in particular up for this Macos-Spheris matchup. However, if we are not looking for anything in particular, of course, we could just hop straight in to the next match.
The true night
Oh, hold on.
winds.
It was a split second too late, but we'll let it happen. We'll do it. Ridge of Gold, says I wrote her.
Oh, weren't we on Rage already?
We were just there.
Oh, no. I was looking over at his request. Didn't even realize that's where we were loading, and he just knew.
Shall
He just knew.
take on the essence.
He was actually just calling it.
Who shall
I don't know if I'm
conduct
the only one,
the
but I don't
rites?
really like Rage.
To me, it's just... I mean, technically, it's not the first arena, I suppose the book is, but in some ways, it's almost as if it's the first arena. So it feels like it's just a simple, neutral arena that isn't really doing anything especially interesting one way or another. So I suppose if you're looking for a just simple, straightforward match where you don't have to worry much about the arena and make any sort of specific decisions based around the arena, then it's fine. But if you do want an arena that spices things up just a little bit and makes you change your strategy just a bit, then this is probably not the one you're looking for. Obstacles together with the size make it interesting, says iRotor. I would say it's pretty average size-wise.
I personally feel awkward on it myself.
Demon.
Well, it's an imp and a nomad thus far for Makos. He'll round out the team with Prayer Beads, Pamitha, Harp. Thus far, a savage and a demon for Spheris, who in the last spot
Just taking those 3 bottom exiles. if you didn't know.
all the masked exiles, yeah.
Yeah. And in order.
In order, right? Yeah.
I started with the savage. Never mind.
Well, there you go. It's a Web Lanthorn Raji final selection there for Spheris, and what we anticipate will be our last matchup between these two for today. We've had some very good matches thus far, almost all of them, down to the wire. Stutter steps from Makos and Lendl. Pamitha now switches back into Lendl, and he's the one plunging in here for 20. It is, of course, in many ways, Lendl's home arena.
Audacious, aren't we?
Ooh, everyone down now for Makos, and if Spheris is quick enough, there's a little bit of hesitation there. That was a scoring opportunity, but may have missed out on that. Attempt number 2, perhaps? The difference between settling for scoring with whichever exile happens to be closest to the Pyre and going big to whoever your highest damage exile is, even if they happen to be the furthest away or the least mobile. Well, there's a quick answer from Makos for 25 damage on the Imp Plunge, and another quick answer from Spheris for 20. Just going 30, 25, 20, now the next score needs to be 15. Will the pattern continue? I'm afraid not. It's more... Makos, of course, would rather score 25 damage if possible, as he did there. Right now, it is just Lendl for Makos. Right now, it is no one. Once again, Spheris in this same situation could settle for scoring with whoever is closest to the Pyre, but those were low damage exiles, and instead of scoring, Makos gets the orb back, throws it in for 20 with Lendl, and also leeches 10 Pyre life back, and that is not what Spheris was looking for. Oh, the big shoulder smash there from Lendl. And still a shoulder smash. I didn't even see the jump from Spheris' character. His Palette goes down here, but Gareth is able to break through for 20 damage on this plunge. Pamitha. She makes it in for 20 damage here, and that drops Spheris down to 25. And we do know it is possible for Makos to get that much from this Imp. That Imp does have the bonus damage mastery. I think everyone else is stuck on 20. That might have been a Harp push that helped Spheris there. I believe that is what led to the plunge. The jump did not directly make it into the Pyre. Oh, but there's the heart push that Macaws would usually be looking for, the one that helps him score. But it's not enough, at least not in and of itself. It does drop Spheris down to 5, and that means just about anything would do for Macaws at this point. But Spheris has it back now, and Spheris could finish it with 1 score from Vids, who is hanging out near the Pyre. So Macaws does need to be careful, but Macaws is in possession and nearly had the winning score there, but suddenly Spheris throws it in for the win. GG.
GG.
Well played, you two. And after so many sudden death matches, it had to finish on a sudden death match as well.
GG.
Good.
I'm exhausted already.
I bet those were taxing matches. That was not easy. All down to the wire like that. Alright. Well, thanks for stopping by, Spheris. Good to have you, as
Thanks
always.
for the games.
Thank you.
It does mean that we are looking for someone else to hop in Spheris' spot, and just to check in on you, Macaws. Are you good to stick around, or do you need to swap out as well?
Nope, I can play a few more.
Alright, so Macaws can stick around, but we would like someone else to take Spheris' place here. Let us know if there is anyone who would be interested in doing so. I don't know if we've seen Leo today.
No, let's just ping him.
Fairly quiet thus far. But if you would like to hop in, iRotor, you are welcome to do so. If not, then I was doing a match with Macaws earlier today. I suppose I could hop back in, but as always, would like to give preference to people in chat who are interested in playing, so certainly let us know if there is anyone who would like to get in on the action. Any interest on your end, iRotor? Give me a minute. Okay, no worries. Sounds like iRotor can join us momentarily. In the meantime, let us know if there is anything we would like to see between Macaws and iRotor. Of course, Macaws has had plenty of matches thus far today, but this would be iRotor's first of the day, so if you're feeling merciful, maybe we give iRotor the chance to warm up before we throw anything too crazy at him. But that's up to you. Let's see if iRotor's showing up on Steam yet. Does appear so. For what it's worth, iRotor, Macaws and I were talking about this earlier, but I think we both saw there was a Steam update at some point this past week, so, well, didn't have any issues with Spheris. Spheris didn't say one way or another. But there is a non-zero chance that if you have not yet done that update yourself, then that may be necessary. Meanwhile, Spheris gives us a mastery request, says, no respawn talismans or masteries. What, so Webbed Lanthorn would be the only applicable talisman?
No, there is also Mooncrest.
Oh, yeah.
60%
Yeah, you could
chance
call
to respawn
Mooncrest.
instantly.
Yeah, that falls under that category. That's a good point.
I think that's it.
Yeah. Oh, well, do you want to count the Curse Talisman that has a chance for you to respawn back as a Howler? It's a different type of respawn-based talisman.
It doesn't make you respawn.
Okay.
So...
Just figuring out where we're drawing the line.
And I'm also fine with the Hope Boosting Talisman.
Okay,
It's
yep.
lower respawn time, but it's not making things respawn instantly. You know?
Okay.
So I guess it's fine.
Thank you for those clarifications.
Alright, I will hop out of vocal now.
All right. Catch you later, Spheris. me send an invite out to iRotor, who may now be ready. Then for the masteries, there are quite a few that I imagine would fall under that category. Those are maybe a little more straightforward to recognize. And iRotor, once you are in, it looks like you did just load in there. If you guys could just confirm who's player 1 and who's player 2. Just to see if it mixed things up. Like right now, it's putting Makas on keyboard mouse, which is strange. Unless iRotor is going keyboard mouse today, which I don't know if we've ever seen him do that.
Yeah, it's not letting me switch it to the controller.
Let me actually pull this screen up for a second. Okay, no, I don't. Oh, okay. These are not the screens I wanted. Hold on. No. Steam Remote Play UI. I would have thought it'd be this. There it is. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing a controller show up for iRotor, which don't know.
No, I have trouble connecting my controller at the moment. Wait.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I imagine that was the case rather than iRotor suddenly deciding to become a keyboard mouse player. But who knows? Of course, if the standard controller is not working for you today, you could always just resort to the good old backup, the Guitar Hero controller. Yeah, so Spheris says this is mostly for the mastery stuff. There's a bunch of worm masteries that probably wouldn't be allowed. Sacred Bond from the Nomads, Lucky Break for the Curs, Mooncrest on the Talisman side, Web Lanthorn on the Talisman side, and that's probably it.
Well, should work now.
Okay. Looks like it's recognizing your controller at this stage. There we go. And that's you at player 2 there? There we
Yes.
are. Okay, perfect. iRotor. Take you off the essence and withdrawn for you today, iRotor?
Yes.
Okay. Very well. So that is our request. No respawning from either the masteries or from the talismans. So let's hop in. Certainly the Web Lanthorn is something we see quite a bit. And then the Worm Masteries, when combined with the Exploding Worms, those are quite common as well.
Who shall conduct the rites?
So I think this is going to shake things up a bit. It's a quick throwing manly in the first spot for Makas.
Prabies count or not?
Oh,
But
that's
I'm
an
not
interesting
looking
question.
Anyway,
Yeah, respawning naturally, it sounded like, and hope-related things are fine, but prayer beads is a very good question. Can we get a ruling on that one, Spheris?
Yeah, that will determine my next pick.
Yeah, I did not think of that, but that is a very good point. I feel like that would have to count as a respawning talisman. No, Spheris says it's fine. Like Guiding Light, the Cur Mastery, and Prayer Beads both allowed. I'm a little surprised by this, but that's what Spheris says.
the curve we're all waiting for.
Right? What if he didn't let you take Prayer Beads, but he did allow Guiding Light? Just to see if you would still go for it. So you can take Prayer Beads. Prayer Beads are allowed. Webbed Lanthorn is not. I don't know. I
Wait,
think
And
it's
no
a little
worms
generous.
because they have talisman. Also, I still have keyboard control for some reason.
Oh, pretty sure I can
Yeah, I'm
deactivate that. Do you want me to deactivate your keyboard controls as well, Makos? Usually I don't think
I'm not anywhere near my keyboard.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, both have respawn masteries. Both trees at the
I don't-
beginning.
Yeah,
see
you
the
could
word.
go masteryless, but
I
that's
don't
the
see
only
the
way.
word respawn here. I see return.
No, Sparrow specifically said that those are not allowed. What
It's the
about
part.
canned singularity, the bottled void? Does that count as a respawn talisman? As a secondary effect when one respawns. Oh, why, hello there, Lilac. We'll do that for the next one, don't worry. Because we already are partway through on this, so don't want to detract from that. Bottled void is an effect on respawn. It doesn't make you respawn directly, so it is allowed. Okay. That's what I figured you'd say.
Sacred
just to be
Bond
sure.
allowed? Did you pick Sacred Bond?
Oh, did he? Hold on.
Is it allowed?
Sacred Bond is not allowed. Did we
Jesus.
see that? I mean, that's...
Yeah.
There's... Yeah, there it is. Okay, I'm afraid that will not fly. It's a surprising number of them.
The true Nightwings shall now face.
There are some of the obvious ones, like Webbed Lanthorn, but
Welcome.
Sacred Bond, I mean, certainly not unpopular,
Shall conduct the rites.
but not quite as common.
Tabitha.
So yeah, if you stay all left side, you're definitely fine on the nomads. It does mean that some of the things that players tend to rely on most heavily for a given class may not be available. As we were saying, worms are more or less unusable unless you skip all masteries. Web Lanthorn, usually a pretty fundamental component of the imp setup.
I can't use a worm.
These are some staples.
I mean, technically you could, but you cannot pick master.
Yeah, it'd be tough. But if you really wanted to, you could. False Step is also a respawn mastery, so False Step is also banned. Have we seen any False Step users yet? Not on Makos's side. I don't remember if iRotor has done it.
No.
Speedy Saluting Udmilda is Makos's final choice. And it will be a Speedy Vizpaleth
Demon.
in the final spot for iRotor. So here we go. A matchup, the first of the day, between Makos and iRotor. The special request being no respawning, I almost said rekindling, no respawning masteries or talismans, and as it turns out, there are a few more of those than we might have realized. Some that maybe fall under a little bit of a gray area. We had some clarifying questions, but after having resolved all of those, this is where we ended up. Makos
The flame
has
is
to make
stricken.
that throw a little bit quicker than he might have otherwise liked, but it is good for 17.
That's it.
That one,
Oh,
also not full damage, but worth a little bit more that time. It's 23 on that occasion. That was interesting, the way that Makos's sapling ended up moving in there, but meanwhile, iRotor, more importantly, able to jump in for the plunge. That's 20 damage. Now here is Macaws. Down he goes. Manly taking over here. Oh, and that throw almost hit the mark. Ulmer, Fry Rotor, pops in here. Good for another 20. Tamitha, she's banished. Yoga can't speed through. Ulmer, nor can he. Oh, there's the fell swoop, working to good effect for Rotor. Can't make it through with Tamitha, though. Lendl explodes. And the quick throw is quick enough on that occasion, so Macaws able to score 25 from Manly with a harp push. Just came up a little bit short that time for Rotor, and then the orb inadvertently hits Macaws' Pyre and then bounces straight to Vids. Rotor says, oh, don't mind if I do. However, it is still Macaws who scores here. Throwing that one in for 25. That means this one is awfully close at the moment. 40 to 45. Costs the one with a little bit less Pyre life, but does have a sap, may have some rekindling. Then again, we did see him go with a non-rekindling sap on at least one previous match. Milda, blocked. Blocked again. Now it's Rotor with Vids. She's banished. Ooh, a lot of people vanished by that fell swoop cast. But ultimately, Tamitha goes down as well. Lendl just trying to find a peaceful way through. Now it's Udmilda. That's good for 17. Drops our down to 28. That means one score could be enough for Macaws here. It would need to come from this character right here, and there it is. GG.
GG.
Well played, you
One of the
two.
worst maps for this comp.
The rite is complete.
Up on the book, I suppose.
All right, well, let's head on back.
The stars
Leo is
align.
here. Right on. We may or may not have been talking about you a minute ago. No, we were just wondering if you were stopping by is all. How's everybody doing? That one was a match in which we banned the respawning-oriented talismans and masteries. But let us know if there is anything else we would like to see here. Oh, we do have... I say that. We already put something in the queue. But this match is already accounted for, I think. Oh, except hold on. Now we're throwing everything. I mean everything into this match. Because we did see a Falcon Ron request from Lilac, who was saying, I'm out running errands right now, but I'm going to cause some chaos from afar. And that certainly does seem to be the case, because we have the Falcon Ron, yes. But that's not all. We also have a boat, and we also have an archetypes request as well. And then we have a request from Spheris, which at this point is going to need to go in the queue, because we can no longer squeeze all this stuff in together. The archetypes came in first, so we'll do that for the next one. And then Spheris just remind me, next time round we'll do your worm request. No worries, no worries. We can just circle back to that one. Okay, but we do have the archetypes request. So we will randomly roll some archetypes for both players, giving them some guidelines for how they are to construct their teams, and I will send those guidelines to them via private DMs on Discord, and so their opponents will not know what they are about to face off against. Let me get to rolling those random archetypes. Let's see. This one will be for Macaws, as you are player 1. Your archetype is in. Let's roll for iRotor. Your archetype will be this one. Let me just inform you of the news. Okay, and as always, let me know if either of you... Well, I mean, maybe, I don't know. Let me know if you guys have any clarifying questions, which I can answer in a public DM. No, I will, I will keep it in private DMs, that way.
A public DM?
No, this one. I said private DM before. Lilac was like, "Well, that implies that there's such a thing as a public DM."
Oh, I see.
All right, Hole leads threw in an extra word that was redundant. How dare he? All right. Well, let me.
Hey, relax. Not you, my dog.
Oh, what kind of dog do you have?
I've got 2 rescues.
Oh.
The one that just yelled was my little Chihuahua mix.
What's the other one?
She is a Dachshund mixed with something that is, I think, just hilariously too big for her. Because, like, she's got Dachshund body except for her ribs, which are, like, hilariously too big for her.
Oh, wow. I was going to ask if... I would have thought that Chihuahua mix would be smaller, but, I mean, Dachshunds usually aren't that much bigger. But, unless...
She's definitely... Yeah, so we don't know what her deal is, but... Yeah, they're both kind of teeny.
Alright, well, let's hop in for this one. Of course, some archetypes based more on the way that the players set up their teams. Other archetypes based more on how they execute once the match begins.
Shall take on the withdrawal.
Let me just double check real quick if I did get any clarifying questions. No, I did not. I don't believe. So I think McCoss and iRotor, you two are both good to go here.
It's just the archetype and the boat, no other request.
Correct. Well, Falcon Ron. Can't forget Falcon Ron. Oh wait, hold on! I forgot to set the Falcon Ron song! What a fool I was. What a fool I was. I apologize.
The true Nightwings shall
Okay,
confront
don't worry.
the
We're good now.
withdrawn. Welcome. Who shall conduct?
Lilac just got Nightbot getting mad because apparently you were spamming too many emotes.
Sir Gilman.
Oh, was it the Falcon Ron emote? Maybe he was too powerful after all. Nightbot just had to protect us. Alright, well, as I said, this is an archetypes match, both players having received their secret archetypes. We shall see how they choose to interpret them here, as all archetypes are somewhat open-ended, so it's not as if there is any one and only way to set them up. Of course there's a Ron emote. There's a King Ron emote.
Demon.
Speedy Vizpaleth is iRotor's choice, and it was Gilman in the first spot for McCoss. The Thorned Knot Deluge in the second spot for McCoss, so that's 2 worms thus far. Canned Singularity Headwind for iRotor. Making a statement here. There is also that emote, yes. Now we're just gonna see Lilac go through every possible emote. What about this one? Ooh, this one. That is the extra throwing damage talisman on what is the third worm on Macaus's team. So triple worms on the boat. It's thematically fitting. But of course, this is theoretically an archetype. Thrash pack, a little bit of dancing penguins while we're at it. Is that from Club Penguin? It very much looks like it. It's not one of my emotes, so I'm not sure where it came from, but it looks familiar. Well, that's a second demon for iRotor. As I was saying, this is an archetypes match. Players do not know what archetype their opponent has rolled, though. So it's not as if they are counterpicking, not as if they know what to expect per se. But it is Macaus getting a start with a 15 damage worm throw. Trying to sneak through with another worm, though that throw is a little bit short. So iRotor able to recover. Has a demon in attacking position here. Blocked a few times, but eventually is able to break through with a 30 damage plunge. Macaus throw just a little bit short once again. Headwind blocked here, and banished. In fact, iRotor defenseless at the moment, and there's the extra throwing damage, 23 in total from that worm, so if possible, it would be Macaus's preferred score. I believe that is the highest damage setup he has. As on that occasion, we see just the usual 15. Dispossesses using that demon jump. Knocks back the defender, setting up his 30 damage plunge. Does drop Macaus down to 40, which means a couple more scores, maybe all that iRotor needs here. iRotor with Jody. Down she goes. Headwind, brings her back. Here's Headwind again. He goes down. Jody, however, follows up, plunges here for 30, and that drops Macaus down to just 10. Macaus may be running out of time here, but he is able to get in a 15 damage worm throw. Macaus wins that initial orb race, but then loses Gilman in the process. There's Vizpaleth, iRotor. Blocked, but not banished. Knocks back the defenders again. Playing some hopscotch, somehow avoids getting banished there, but eventually does go down. Gilman. Oh, just off the mark there. For Macaus. Gets back with iRotor. Looking to lean on the boat magic, perhaps. Didn't quite take him as far as he might have liked. But he's moving in with the demons. The stunning claim, however, well-timed defensive use of that ability from Macaus, and in fact sets up banishing the entirety of iRotor's team and gives Macaus enough time to make sure he moves in with that higher damage worm. Well executed there from Macaus. Still very little margin for error here. As iRotor moves in once again, that's another defensive stunning claim, though. Perhaps Macaus has found a system. The throw... Oh, once again, just a little bit short there. iRotor is able to get the orb back. Spleth moves in for the winning plunge.
GG.
GG.
They overwhelmed their adversaries utterly.
Well played, you two.
I don't know about utterly.
It ended.
Yeah, it's a little different when your opponent has some demon masteries giving them a bunch of extra starting Pyre life, and you dealt a lot of damage. Even if the amount that he had wasn't that much lower than what a usual match would start off with. But that was an archetypes match, so you two are welcome to share your archetypes if you would like.
Stars align.
Passive support focus. Though I don't think you realize it to how little that actually applies, the wording you choose. Like, it's a Nomad Masteries, there's like one talisman, and that's basically it. And like the demon capstone on the right. Everything else is either active or debuffs the enemy passively.
Yeah, there might be some things that are a little arbitrary, a little open to interpretation.
Like, Guardian Shield is active, the respawn is not really a buff. Like, there's no, like, give your team more quickness or whatever. Like,
You could argue an Imp Portal, potentially.
Yeah,
yes,
also not
obviously
passive,
to
like,
an
you have to
extent
go
that's
through it.
active, but even if your opponent banishes your Imp for you, then that does give you an extra tool to work with. It's a different type of benefit, of course. Stuff like that. That was Iroders. What did you end up with, Makos, for your archetype?
I got 1,000 cuts. Originally, it was just going to be the one worm to score, but then I'm like, what if I just get 3 worms and they just all slash, because 1,000 cuts, so we kind of went that direction with it.
I see.
Oh, but the 1,000 cuts is, sorry, you may not, for the viewers
It
at
means
home.
something to me, because I wrote it, but yeah.
Sorry, the description is emphasize getting many small but quick scores.
Alright. Well, that was the Falconron boat plus archetypes match. All of those requests coming from Lilac, but I think we did have something from Spheris that we had to put in the queue that we can now break out here, and that was 1 worm on each side. And exactly 1 worm, Spheris, or are we talking at least 1 worm? Is this the more worms the merrier type of situation? Or is it strictly 1? Strictly 1 worm. Okay, gotcha. Well, in that case, not a whole can of worms. We're not gonna open that up.
The true Nightwings versus the Withdrawn. Welcome.
Okay. So we must have
Who
exactly
shall conduct
1 worm
The rites.
for both players.
Precisely and worm.
I feel like Can of Worms. Well, I don't know. I was about to say I feel like Can of Worms could be a talisman. Then again, given that worms are a playable class in the game, I feel like that might start to raise some ethical questions.
Exile.
Just
Just-
1 worm, no other requests?
That is all, yes. Maybe you just spell the Can of Worms O-R-M rather than the Y. It's different. See?
Lendel.
The worm ethics are already pretty scuffed.
Dalbert.
Alright, well, both players have their worm. Also see Lendl here on Makos' side. Along with a speedy messenger imp. Whereas for Iroder, his worm is accompanied by Dalbert, and now a speedy Vizpaleth. So here we go.
Commence Praise be ho!
Praise be ho!
A flame is stricken.
25 damage imp plunge there from Macaws. No prayer beads though, so it does mean that Messenger Imp is gone in this round. More room for Rotor to maneuver, and that helps set him up for a 15 damage worm throw here.
Banishment.
Shoulder smash from Lendl. Brings back Gilman. It is Lendl, plunging for 20 here for Macaws. With a stalemate in that orb race. But it ultimately leads to Macaws throwing this in for another 15. Macaws trying to speed through with his worm, though Pyre able to do just enough to cut off the worm with Vids. Macaws is not done here. Does get 2 exiles banished, though. But Messenger Imp knocked back. Now it is with Iroda.
If I were that one, I'd be rather angry.
Ooh, Macaws dangerous portal play here. And that does set up another 15 damage worm throw. I don't know, is the portal a passive benefit? That's a little arbitrary. But that's what makes some of the archetypes interesting. Going back to our conversation we were having in the previous match. Just how many passive benefits are there. Rotor trying to hip hop around, but didn't throw off Macaws on that occasion. Able to avoid the stun and able to set things up for a 15 damage worm plunge this time. That does mean Macaws is Gilman-less at the moment. But he plunges for 25 damage here with his imp. And that means, although he does not have any imp in this round, 1 score is potentially all he needs. It would need to be a full damage score from Lendl. Meanwhile, of course, Iroder is not going down without a fight as he'll plunge in for 20 with Dalbert. Now with Messenger Imp back in this round, that does give Macaws one other way that he can get enough damage in this round, as he does have that bonus damage on Messenger Imp. Iroder a little bit trapped there, but has the speed to get out of that situation. The stunning claim buy himself a little more time, so that at least Vids can make a return. And a valiant return from his worm, setting up a 15 damage throw. Close call from Iroder, but does just enough to avoid getting into a tricky situation, and does eventually convert it into a score. This is still a 1-score game, potentially, for Macaws, depending on who it is who scores, and would need to be at least a 2-score game still for Iroder. Here is Iroder, though. Looking to change the math if he can. Can't do so on this occasion, though, with Vids. Somewhat dangerous portal there for Macaws. It is Iroder, though, whittling away, and with 15 damage, now it is potentially a sudden death match here. There are some instances where the players would not have enough damage. That would not have been one of them, though. That would have been enough. Had Iroder been able to make it through it, and likewise, had Messenger Imp made it through there for Macaws. Orb inadvertently hits Iroder's Pyre, bounces back out. Macaws recollects. And with that Imp plunge, it is Macaws who is the winner.
Or you could
GG.
say they managed to avoid defeat.
GG.
The ceremony is complete.
Well played, you two.
Until the next rite.
All right. Let us know if anyone else either would like to get in or would like to make any requests for our next match. Oh, for the requests at least. If you want to get in, you don't necessarily have to come in immediately, of course. Leo would like to play. All right. Leo, how are you doing in terms of timing? Why don't we do... Does it work if we do one more between Macaws and iRotor here, and then we can get you in? How does that sound? All good? Nice. Okay, and then do we have anyone else who's looking to get in, or is this just a single swap that we're talking about? In the meantime, we have received a request for this one. It will be customized offer, what I think might actually be the first time today. Of course, that means randomized exiles, masteries, and talismans, and won't even get to see what those things are in advance. Just gonna get thrown straight into the action. Do we have anyone else who's looking to get in alongside Leo for the next match, or is this just going to be, or for the next match after this, or is this just a single swap? Looks like it might just be a single swap, in which case, iRotor and Macaws, how are you guys doing? Either one of you?
I can continue.
iRotor's...
I'll hop out. I've been playing for a while.
Okay. So in that case, it sounds like we'll swap Macaws out and Leo in after this one, but we'll give Macaws and iRotor one last showdown here. Customize off style.
The true Nightwings.
And we're at the fall of Solium, so it will be dramatic. And I believe that is Orlek, if I'm not mistaken. It is indeed. It's Orlek, it's Ulmer, and it's Manly for Macaws. It's Volfred, it's Gareth, and it's Tizo for iRotor. And I did see someone on iRotor's side transforming into a Howler. That might have been the Imp Salute, I'm guessing. Oh no, it was Blackheart on Gareth. That may have been the cause. Probably not what iRotor would like to see in that case. That is, of course, a cursed talisman. Sometimes the character comes back from banishment with infinite stamina. When that is not the case, instead they come back as a defenseless Howler. Here is Orlek. He is down. Full 30-second respawn time. We'll have to see if Macaws has any way to expedite that respawn, but meanwhile, iRotor plunges in for 20 with Gareth. We know he doesn't have Prayer Beads because we know he has the Cursed Talisman. And if Macaws does have any way to get Orlek back, it would not be straightforward, as he doesn't have... Oh, iRotor does also have the Howler form from the Imp Salute, so there's multiple ways iRotor can transform into a Howler, one of which is completely against his will and out of his control. He does also have portals, iRotor.
Meddlesome imp.
And a meddlesome imp to boot. So yeah, if Macaws is looking for a way to get Orlek back from banishment, it would have to be Web Lanthorn on a class that you don't usually see Web Lanthorn on. Oh, well, we know one of Macaws' talismans. It's a little visual effect you might have seen out of the corner of your eye there, as Manly spawned back in. There it is again, those who are paying attention. Does have the team shield on Manly's... Oh, well, hold on. 13 damage throw for iRotor. You also see the infinite stamina on Ulmer.
Somebody get the orb.
I think that's webbed feet on Gareth, by the looks of things. And that is Gareth, plunging for 20. There is Orlek, but notice that there is a big difference between an Orlek team that you can plan around and prepare to have ways to get Orlek back from banishment versus one where if Orlek does go down, you are feeling the full weight of that 30-second respawn time. It does seem as though that is the situation that Macaws finds himself in here. He is able to get a 20 damage throw in. has not been able to benefit much from having Orlek on the team thus far. Well, that's about as dangerous as a portal can get for iRotor. So Macaws needs to be very wary here, because that could more or less equate to an automatic score if iRotor is to win back the orb, as he does here. But somehow, Macaws does still get the banishment,
Flung with considerable
and does
precision.
follow up with a 20 damage throw.
The true Nightwing's pyre now burns relatively brighter.
Also seen a lot of Tizo asserting dominance for iRotor, as he was for a second there. And the Infernal Bloom is on... who is that? Almer, it seems? Well, there's one of the Howlers. That was the Howler form for Gareth from the Talisman, the one that iRotor cannot directly control. Now he comes back the infinite stamina, though. That's what he does want to see. But in the meantime, the Pyre is unattended, and here we do see Orlek managing to plunge for Macaws. Well, that might be the first time he's been able to get any scores from Orlek. Primarily been Ulmer. Speaking of which, there is Ulmer with a 13 damage throw. Ulmer again. This time he goes down, though. Gareth's turn. iRotor, big jump. Gets banished. Manly trying to move in. iRotor, trying to set up a wall of auras with the sapling from Volfred, except did have one of those exiles come back as a Howler, and that did mean it's a little bit easier for Macaws to get the throw in there, and it's 10 rekindling. So that does mean, yes, there was a second life bar, but now the next score for Macaws likely would do the trick.
Now to the flame.
Here comes Macaws. Ulmer goes down. Gareth, for iRotor.
If I were that
He
one,
gets
I'd be
surrounded.
rather angry.
Once again, the Black Heart not doing what iRotor wants it to do. The Howlers can score, but they can't defend. He at least was able to get a little ways away from the Pyre. Wasn't a complete liability on that occasion. Here's Ulmer off to the races, nearly weaving his way through the defense. Tizo, iRotor, it's blocked. Big Implosion takes out the entirety of Macaws' team. If iRotor is quick enough here, he does have a chance to make something happen. Tries to go for the plunge, but gets banished instead. iRotor went through the portal, tried to facilitate a banishment, but it didn't work out. And then comes back in Blackheart Howler form. Now he can use his portal offensively, except he isn't quick enough to score there. The portal is very dangerous, though. But it may not matter, as Macaws is looking to finish the job here, and very nearly did. Both players, though, watching that portal very closely. iRotor does find a way to get through. It's 20 damage plunge, but it does mean he loses Gareth in the process. Less characters to work with here defensively. At a time when there is basically no margin for error here. As we were saying, one score, barring a very quick throw, would be all that Macaws needs. iRotor needs to be very mindful of that. Does have a dangerous portal, not quite as dangerous as it once was. Oh, but he's out of position after going through it! Except the throw is for exactly 9 damage. And so iRotor lives on with exactly 1 Pyre life. As I was saying, partial damage throw, there was always a chance that iRotor would still be able to hang in there. And that is exactly what he did, at least at first, but with that throw, Macaws seals the deal.
And such
That was not a fun
well-conducted victory
GG.
it was.
GG.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Well played, you two. All right.
Until the next right.
We'll head on back, and if it still works for you, Leo, we could get you in now, in which case I think we will swap out Macaws. Just make sure that that works for you. Okay, it does. All right, well, GG's, Macaws. Pleasure to get you in, as always.
Yeah, thanks for hosting. Thanks for playing, I wrote her. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, GG.
Catch you later. All right, now let me get the invite for Leo. Should be on the way. Turn customize back on before we forget. All right, nice. Now, Leo, I admittedly don't remember if you tend to go controller or keyboard mouse. I suppose I could double check here, though. Controller, or rather, keyboard mouse, it would seem.
Keyboard and WASD.
Okay, let's just make sure we have the right controls then. WASD. Okay, and now I rotor if you want to just do the override, just to make sure that the directional buttons aren't doing some silly stuff on your controls. If I describe that in in a meaningful enough way, I can't override them for you. And let us know if there is anything we'd like to see between iRotor and Leo. Of course, this will be Leo's first match of the day, so maybe we give Leo a chance to warm up before we do anything too crazy. But ultimately, that's up to you.
Yeah, I'm fine with modifications.
Leo's up for anything. iRotor, do you want to just make sure your, what is it, the pass to / switch? Is that the one that gets messed up sometimes when we press the default buttons?
Yeah, but you have to leave the menu for now.
Oh, okay.
Enter the versus mode. I think I can only do it in game. I got pause in game.
I think if you just, like, if I go here, and you just...
I cannot move the controller on your screen.
Oh.
I have to open my own menu.
Oh, I see. I don't know. That's weird, though. That would be the case, because you're the only controller player. Huh. Odd.
What if we switch player 1 and player 2?
Yeah, I am actually kind of curious to see if that would do the trick. Let's just check this real quick. What about now?
I cannot move the keyboard on the screen. The controller on the screen.
That's very strange.
We could get into game and see if it works.
Yeah, maybe from there it'll work. Seems like that may be iRotor's plan. All right,
I'll play the
so
Tempest.
let me just get your information updated here. Leo, which team would you like to be today?
The Tempest. Is that the right Tempers?
Tempers,
That's what it's
gotcha.
called.
Okay. Like, wait a second. There we go. Okay, and Leo was saying any requests are fine, but haven't seen any yet, so maybe we will keep things simple, at least for now. Leave this up to the players. Ooh, wait, what happened to iRotor's sigil? Where'd it go?
It was the withdrawn.
There it is.
Versus the withdrawn.
Work now? Yeah, that's weird. Now you can do this. I don't know why it doesn't let you do it from the main menu, though. Okay, now we should be good.
Welcome Welcome.
Sferis requests a perfectly normal game. Well, there we go.
Conduct the rites.
All up to the players. in
Am I
that case.
choosing? Am I player 1? Yeah. I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is you.
Now I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
let
not
me
just
see
not
if-
controlling it. Okay, it is now. It's cool.
Okay, I may have just been tabbed out for a second there. We get Sparrow saying, I request a perfectly normal match, and then immediately after, someone else is like, yeah, no, messed up game of antics. we can do a messed up game of antics next time, don't worry.
Okay, how would I do antics? That would be like
That's okay, we'll save that for next time,
a
don't
lot
worry.
of nomads, I guess.
The duality of chat.
Messenger.
It's a Titan Tooth Messenger Imp in the first spot for Leo. Now, Prayer Beads Dalbert in the first spot for iRotor. Power Casting Snadra is Leo's second choice.
So is
Titan
that a
Tooth
nomad
Armor.
that can teleport? Is that a nomad that can teleport?
This is no nomad.
Oh, sorry, savage.
If you'd like, you can check the scouting report, of course,
Oh,
clicking
yeah,
on that.
okay. It is a teleporting savage. Not in the first slot, though. Interesting. Means I need to be way more defensive than my previous plan. Yeah.
Alright, Speedy Tizo is Leo's last choice. And iRotor will go with an Exploding Gilman. So here we go, our first matchup of the day between Leo and iRotor. I imagine you two have played each other before, right? Maybe not a ton, but
Happened.
I don't
Is the
think
orb on
this-
top of the pyre?
Remember everything that you hold dear.
A couple of quick scores from iRotor.
Now go.
Here's Leo. Big implosion with Messenger Imp. Now Snadra moving in. Rotor gets it back though. Blocked here.
Oh, how did... I was on the other side of the...
Brilliantly done.
The heck?
Now Rotor, quick plunge for 20. Courtesy of his cur.
That's it.
Here is that curve for round 2.
Gosh.
The rite is nearly ended. Glory to
That
the
plunge is
scribe.
good for 15, but that's not enough. It does also mean that now Gilman is out in this round. Big jump from iRotor, and that sets up the winning plunge.
The withdrawn prevail.
GG.
Can you hear me?
They vastly outperformed
Yeah.
their adversaries.
Okay. I was really confused about the
The
first
rite
score.
is done.
'Cause I saw the teleport, and then the score was immediate. I didn't see what happened in between.
Oh.
But I'm guessing the ball landed on top of my pyre, so there was no movement needed to score.
Don't remember exactly how it played out for the first round. Maybe an imp portal
Until
was
the
involved.
stars align.
Or Spheres may just be referring to overall an important dynamic in that match. Well, let us know if there is anything we'd like to see for the next match. That one was just both players taking whatever they would like. Not immediately seeing any requests, though. Oh, hold on. Oh, Spheres is heading out? Catch you later, Spheres. Good to have you today. GG's. Have a good night. Not seeing any requests, though, so I think in that case, we'll get our next match started. I hear the water. It is the boat.
Confront the withdrawn. Welcome. Who shall conduct the rites?
Oh, you're right. There's no demon on the masked combatant.
Ignatius.
The Ignarius in the first spot for Leo. I'm not sure if this person just showed up in chat is a bot or not. Hello.
Bertrude.
If you are not a bot, please say the word pizza in chat. Hold on, that's not what I said. But I think you've proved the point at least, but you're not the person who I was unsure about. And I haven't had tacos in a while, but tacos, man, good tacos are pretty fantastic, of course. It's a canned Singularity Stowaway in the second spot for Leo.
Tizo.
Banishing Throw Tizo for iRotor. Landthorn Tizo in the last spot for Leo. And iRotor in the last spot. He will go. Tizo will win. We shall see. Rotor may have something to say.
Hey.
Well, is there Tizo on either side? I think there is.
Yeah, you stole my demon.
There is a Tizo on either side, so Tizo will win, and I'm afraid Tizo will also lose.
First dousing.
But it is Iroder getting us started with a 25 damage prone throw. Went Iggy in the last spot. Iroder did.
Someone there rose to the occasion.
Iroder gets the banishment. Gets the orb back. Now moving in with the stowaway. She's dispossessed,
Alas for Tay.
just as she was approaching the pyre. Brazen Manor is active for Iggy. He's blocked. Gets the orb back here.
Indeed.
Indubitably.
Glory to the scribes.
Whoa.
Finger guns with Brazen Manor active. That's a 40 damage plunge.
The orb. A
This
devious
one worth a
maneuver.
little less, but Iroder will still take it. It's 11 damage from an imp throw. No portal from that imp though, so despite Iroder getting close on that occasion, doesn't have any fast track way to get close to the pyre, but doesn't need it on that occasion, and with that throw, that is enough for Iroder to finish the job.
Their
So bad at
adversaries
this
must be crying tears
GG.
of shame. The right.
Clearly the correct choice was for the Tizos to become friends so that everybody can win. Why can't we all just be friends?
Until the stars align.
I kept missing my aura cast. It took me several like tries to switch characters because I was doing it at the wrong time. I haven't played this game in weeks.
Well, let us
Ready
know.
for another one.
Yeah, let us know if there's anything we'd like to do for the next one. If not, we can always just leave it up to the players to go with whatever they'd like. Not seeing anything at the moment, though.
Oh, we did the perfectly normal game.
Oh, right, I forgot
Now
about
we're
that.
doing
We had
the
the
messed
perfectly
up
normal
game of
game, and then we had the request for, quote, a messed up game of antics. So, there wasn't a... Well, would you like to follow up with more specifics, or should we just leave that up to the players to interpret that however they will?
I think a really tight map with a lot of respawning and like explosions and stuff would be messed up antics.
Yeah, if we just leave it up to the players to interpret, then they may both have very different opinions of how to implement that. How's it going, Lilac? How are you? What's the haps? Well, we had someone say that they request a, quote, messed up game of antics, and we are trying to figure out what exactly that means. But maybe we just leave it up to the player's interpretation, and we see what happens. The plan was maybe just to do the opposite of whatever Spheris had requested.
The withdrawal.
But now Spheris is gone. There's no source of inspiration.
Who shall conduct the rites?
So maybe it is all up to the players here to figure out how best to implement these sort of antics. Well, what kind of antics are we talking about in the first place? It remains to be seen.
What's the one that increases the size of your aura blast?
Is it that one right there, the thorn knot? It depends.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the one you're looking for? Okay.
Tamatha.
Alright, so it's Pamatha in the first spot for Leo with the thorned knot. Rotor goes quick throwing Tamitha. Oh,
Messenger.
well that's certainly a way to spice things up. Because that's canned Singularity on Messenger Imp. Prayer Beads,
scary.
Almer, Bry Rotor.
Very scary. So many other Pyre characters have redeeming qualities, but Lendl is just so hard to like.
Ouch. Meanwhile, Chad is just like, yep. Yeah, that's true.
Where's the tooth? Here. Yep.
Lendl.
Who is the most likable character? That's a hard question to answer. Depends how you approach that question. Well, it's Raji in the last spot for our rotor, and this theoretically is our crazy match full of antics.
How did what? Oh,
Let us see exactly how this one plays out then.
Stifled effort.
Plenty of banishments.
what happened?
Oh, now our rotor gets us started with the first score. It's a 20 damage plunge from that Prayer Beads Almer, so he has returned.
I almost pity what transpired there.
Our rotor back with Almer. He'll plunge again.
Engulfed in fire.
That is way further than I thought you could jump.
Almer's back.
Oh,
He's plunging again.
these are just moving like such insane distances.
It is taken.
Tamitha for our rotor. Teleports in with Almer, but this time he's banished. As is Tamitha. That leaves just Raji back defensively for our rotor. Our rotor now back to full strength. Eyeing the portal, but that portal has now moved and is maybe not quite as effective as you might have liked.
A rather cunning
I
trick.
got pushed into my portal.
Oh wait, is that
Now go on just one.
was that your portal or was that our rotor's portal?
I got pushed into my portal.
Oh, and then a little hopscotch back and forth, but ultimately, Irotor plunges in for the win.
Most excellently done this time, I must admit.
GG.
Wow.
The right is done.
The savage, I just jumped way further than I expected. Had so much more
Until the
mobility
next
than I
round.
thought that the savage had. I liked that one.
Alright, well, let us know if there is anything we would like to do for the next one. If not, then of course, as always, we can just leave it up to the players. That one was theoretically the crazy match full of antics. Lilac is pondering something. What exactly? Not sure even Lilac could say. Lilac says archetypes. Leo, remind me, have you done archetypes before? I think you might have done it
Yeah.
at least once. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
So let me roll you to some archetypes then. Lilac can also get in a couple of matches, but no rush. Okay. just checking in on you two. How are you two doing? Either of you looking to swap out in the relatively near future?
I'm good.
Leo's doing fine. How are you doing, iRotor? Let me roll the archetypes. We have this one for Leo on the way. Now, iRotor. There you go. Archetype is in for you as well. Alright, why don't we load into the arena, see where we end up, because that might affect how the players approach these archetypes. Let me know if either of you have any questions. I will answer them in either a private or a public DM.
Shall now face the withdrawn. Welcome.
Who knows which it'll be?
Who shall conduct?
It will be
the
a boat,
rites?
however. That much we do know. As for the DM, though, that is a Schrodinger's DM. Oh, hold on just a second. The screen did freeze. Let me just quickly fix that before we get any further. Thank you for calling that out, Lilac. I appreciate that. Let me just quickly give it a little boop. Boop. And usually that fixes it. Okay. Should be good now. So remember, both players have archetypes here that they are building around.
Sir Gilman.
With legendary talisman Gilman in the first spot for Leo. Our rotor goes with the nutrition stick on Volfred.
I guess that's the one that makes you teleport really far.
Tis indeed. Which is, of course, only possible if one has been taking their multivitamins.
Which one is throw distance?
That is the sling bullet. It is second from the bottom, the bluish one to the right. There you go.
Thank you.
No problem. So it's a ranged throwing Barker in the second spot for Leo. Rotor, go Prayer Beads Pamitha, and now if you feel like at this point you've basically done all that you need to do for your archetype, you've sufficiently set it up, you could just take whatever you want on this last spot, but of course if you want to go all in, that is up to you. That is perfectly alright. Here we get the Luminous Idol Viz Paleth in the last spot for Leo. the quick throwing Palmus in the last spot for iRotor.
Now begin.
Yes.
Here is iRotor.
Oh, I was controlling the wrong character.
Fred has that extra blink ability. Opts not to use it that aggressively here. On getting it back, though, hanging out close to the Pyre, but
Alas for Gilman.
not doing much with it yet, at least. Ultimately, it's the Harp instead.
Their adversary's flame.
That's a 20 damage plunge from Pamitha. iRotor locks down the orb with the help of the sapling. Once again, it's Volfred hanging out, tries to blink toward the Pyre, but gets banished in the process. Back to Pamitha for iRotor, help of the sap shield,
Her wings have served her.
and she's able to plunge in here. Once again with prayer beads, she will return in this round. Volfred. Now he goes. Pamitha.
Deliverance.
All Pamitha thus far for iRotor, despite having 2 saps on the team. They've not been contributing much, at least not directly, not offensively, although perhaps it is oftentimes what one expects from the saps, or defensive/support characters. Whoa! Well, there's a flying curve for you.
Predicament for the withdrawn.
Everyone down on iRotor's side, but he does have the numbing gust, which prevented Leo, at least momentarily, from sprinting, jumping, throwing, or using any other special abilities.
Barker's on time out.
Parker was on timeout, but with a few lucky breaks, he's already returned a couple times. Here he is again.
Bye, Barker.
He goes down, but Leo gets the orb back here.
What just happened?
Getting a little more aggressive with Volfred, and now perhaps Manly as well, as Volfred does blink in.
Whoa. I did not know you could do that across the
More
board.
like that, and we are finished here.
Leo with Gilman here. The throw just short.
Oh,
Ametha pushes her way in for the win.
Withdrawn prevail.
wow.
GG.
Their pyre yet
really hard
burns
to
with
block
vigor
the
and resolve.
bird.
Yeah, they have that harp push, quote unquote, technique where if you sprint with a harp, a little dash that they do has a pretty high priority where rather than getting banished, despite not having an aura, oftentimes those harps will push defenders aside, allowing the harp to at least dash forward once relatively safely. So even if you have a few exiles with auras in and around the pyre that you would think would prevent the harp from getting through, if that push can take the harp far enough, sometimes that is a very difficult way to stop the harps from getting in.
Until the
I had
next
area
round.
denial.
Oh yes, that was an archetypes match, so feel free to share your archetypes. Area denial, iRotor?
Yes.
Okay, my archetype is scoring from a long distance away, but the way I play, I just forget that that's an option and don't do it. So my first choice was an imp to jump from a long way away and throw it in, but I kept missing that. And then the second one was her throwing a long distance into the pyre, but that kept getting blocked.
Yeah, but that's part of the idea of the archetypes in a way, is to push you guys every once in a while to try out some combinations and some techniques that you may not feel that comfortable with or haven't just tried very much, and that way it just gives us a little more variety. And every once in a while you stumble across something and you say, you know what, this is kind of interesting, I'd like to try this out a little bit more in the future.
And if you want, you can replace me, Lilac.
Yeah, Lilac was
And you can play your own request.
potentially interested in getting in, it sounded like. if you're up for swapping out iRotor, let me just see if Lilac is in fact able to join us right now. Would that work for you? I was about to say, would that work for you, Lilac? Or what have I done? Or is this just because you happen to have hit yourself with an all harp/harp themed request? I take that to mean harp characters, harp talismans, music, Nest of Trieste, all in on that idea. I mean, that's not that crazy. If that is your reason for being concerned about getting in, I feel like that's not so bad. It'd be one thing if you did that, it'd be another thing if you, I don't know, activated all Titan stars against you or something like that.
I
Lilac
don't
says,
care who does the request. Let's put a twist on the song.
Okay. Sorry, Rotor, you are good for doing this one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so in that case, why don't we do one more here between Leo and iRotor, this full harp theme, and then after that, we'll get Lilac in. Lilac's like, yes, ideal. It's exactly what I was looking for. Okay, iRotor says let's go Never to Return Essence Edition for still harp theme, but maybe not what we would have thought of at first. Go Nest of Trieste, we'll go triple harp for both players. I feel like the talisman part is what we're going to have to put a little more thought into. That one's a little more obscure, a little more abstract. There's one obvious choice, of course, with the legendary harp talisman, but beyond that, what qualifies as a harp talisman?
The tempers.
I wasn't paying attention. What is the
versus
restriction?
The
It's
withdrawn.
all in on harps.
Welcome.
Okay.
All
think that's
harp
really all
characters
the
and
ones.
harp talismans as well. That's the thing that there's one obvious harp talisman, that Trieste's plume there, but beyond that,
an
I'm
egg?
not sure what else would qualify.
Is this an egg?
I mean,
We don't
I call it
even
the
know.
hope egg. Does that mean it's more
We don't even have
harp-like?
the information.
Are harps mammals? I don't even know if we know.
But also open
Well-
some questions about Headman's relationship.
Harps only live in the rocky
I don't want to
desert.
dig too deep into that, to be honest.
What? You'd almost what?
Okay, so this is the obvious one. The legendary harp talisman, Trieste's plume. That one definitely makes sense.
Okay, this looks like a beak, a head.
Maybe, I don't know. But heads up, you will need to go triple harp here.
Yeah, I forgot to switch characters.
Yeah, I mean, I think anything
Oh,
you
what
can
what
come
does
up
she
with
use in
for the other
campaign?
talismans, it's even remotely harp/bird-like, is fair game.
What does Tamitha use in the campaign?
What does she? That's a good question. That would maybe
Not
be
sure
the
if
next
she
most
does
obvious.
I use Ashen Coal. Not
Ashen Coal,
sure.
really?
I'm not quite sure if she gets extra Pyre life, but some of them definitely do.
Huh. I would not have guessed that, and I certainly didn't remember
Ooh.
it.
But there's at least one thematic talisman for Tamitha specifically.
Which is
Maybe
this?
maybe you have in mind, or like you can find out what I have in mind. Otherwise, I will pick it.
That one, I guess. Or are you talking
Ah.
about?
I don't know what I was thinking of, but
I mean, you
I mean,
guys
she
don't
doesn't
have
like
to take the same
Trieste,
thing.
so it's not really. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna go with this.
Okay, so it's the beak-shaped talisman for Leo. It seems like iRotor does have a plan for the talisman on Tamitha, but I'm not sure what he was referring to either, so I'm curious.
Oh, is it vengeful vow? Because she's.
Oh.
I just thought of that.
Yeah, it does feel like something Tamitha would have.
Okay, she's a trainee. She doesn't get all the masteries.
Oh. Oh! Clever, okay. I see. Also, if you're trying to find something that matches her character...
And beyond that control and all...
Yeah. It's not a
Where's
lot
the hardest
to
one?
work with.
Where is it? The one that we never picked.
Everyone's favorite
That's how it's kind of frozen, right?
Here we go. It's the full harp theme. Harp characters, harp song, harp talismans, maybe with a little bit of an asterisk there. To the extent that we could find them. Will also be a little bit harder to distinguish between the players' characters here, as they're all different shades of green, but the same shape, the same
So
abilities.
the combination of two harps dashing against each other looks really weird. Like it was teleported.
Now to the flame.
Here is Leo, blocked though before able to get in. Back with our rotor now. Harp versus harp. We're gonna see a lot of that.
The orb.
And the now for Leo. Goes the throwing route. Oh, but it's intercepted.
One triumvirate
But everyone
stands
banished
opposed.
on iRotor's side, so time here for Leo. For 20 damage throw.
Threw it in.
Clever maneuver there from Leo. He's back with iRotor. He's able to plunge in for 20.
The right is nearly
One more is all iRotor needs.
done.
And there it is.
Wow, that was good.
Withdrawn
GG.
from the nail.
Takes me so much just to get one
Not
score.
even come close.
Oh, but well played.
The ceremony is complete.
That was our Super Harp themed match.
Until the stars align.
And Lilac, if you would like to get in, sounds like iRotor is willing and able to swap out, if that still works for you.
Are you ready, Lilac?
Put me in, coach? Alright.
And thanks for the ride.
Yes.
GG's. And thanks for
GG's, iRotor. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks. Thank you.
Alright. And Leo, are you good to stick around for a little bit
Yeah.
longer?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Lilac, just a heads up. Let's see, are you on Steam yet? I did have a Steam update today, or at least at some point earlier this week. You may want to quickly reboot Steam if you haven't done so recently, but haven't seemingly run into any issues with that with anyone yet. Maybe everyone's already updated it. Maybe everyone else just regularly updates Steam whenever an update comes out, and it's just me who has to check before a RITE NITE stream to make sure that he has the latest version. Maybe that's just a me thing. Let us know if there is anything we would like to... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wait, this is a problem. Both Leo and Lilac are keyboard mouse players, I'm realizing. Uh-oh. That will lead to technical difficulties. That may not be the type of technical difficulty that Lilac was just referring to, but by any chance, do either of you have a controller?
I'm hearing you through the Discord connection, and your voice is cutting out every quarter second.
Oh, your voice is starting to cut out a bit for me as well.
Oh, I think it's on my side problem. The internet's quite starting to fail.
Yeah, I am realizing that we are looking at potentially having two keyboard mouse players, which unfortunately Pyre does not let us do. So, do either of you happen to have a controller that you might be able to use, even if it's not your preferred way of playing?
I will
I
ask my
don't.
roommate.
I don't.
mute myself
I am
for a
not in possession of a controller.
Uh-oh. I'm afraid we may have ourselves a bit of a problem in that case. Let me DM Leo, just because Leo was having some problems with Discord voice chat. Let's see. Do you happen to have a controller? Because both you and Lilac prefer to play on...
I'm also trying to sign into my Steam account and update and subsequently update it.
Okay, I'm trying to connect my roommate's controller for the first time.
Oh,
I'll see
perfect.
if I figure it out.
Hopefully we can make that work, and hopefully Lilac can break into the Steam account. Their own Steam account. There's... Don't worry. Everything is fine. It's
What?
Lilac's account. I was just being dramatic.
Don't worry about it.
There's only minimal hacking taking place at the moment.
I don't know how to connect to this. Oh, is this button? Yeah, it's this button.
I am also tabbed out at the moment, Leo, so if you're trying to press buttons to see if it's
Oh.
working, it won't do anything because I'm not currently
I-
in-game, so don't read into that.
Okay, I just connected. I think I
There we
connected
go.
my controller to my computer.
Okay, and I do see Lilac
It's
just
still
showed up
flashing.
on Steam, so we could try.
Yeah, let's see if my controller does something. It does not. It's an Xbox controller, and the Xbox button that I use to turn it on is still flashing, even after I connected by Bluetooth. That might mean it's not finished connecting, or I don't have drivers for it or something.
Admittedly, I am not 100% sure.
Wait, I think I cannot do this, because it's not working.
If you just try hitting one of the bumpers on your controller,
Yeah, I'm hitting all the bumpers, and I'm moving the sticks.
yeah, that does not seem to... Oh, let me see. This is the obvious way to check. And registering here? No. I'm not appear to be registering at the moment.
Wait, I think my Linux computer cannot interpret this Xbox controller's connection, so it's not gonna
Okay.
work.
I'm afraid we do have a bit of a standoff in that case, where we cannot proceed with two keyboard mouse players playing against each other. And if we cannot find a way to get a controller for one or both of you, then we're going to have to swap one of you out, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that's alright. I can exit.
Sorry about that, but good to get you in, Leo. Thanks for stopping by for some games.
Yeah, this was great. I probably need to play Pyre more often in order to be acceptably skilled.
Nah, don't worry about it. I mean, I'd say this every time someone new starts
Oh, wait.
playing in RITE Club / at RITE NITE, but you know, people get better so quickly once they start playing against other actual people rather than just the CPUs. So they're just different techniques, different play styles, and just people have spent several years at this point fine-tuning different strategies that the computer's never gonna find a way to do. So, just by being surrounded by all that stuff, it definitely means that every time a new player joins, we see people improve really quickly.
Yep. Makes sense. Yeah, I'm not able to use the controller. Okay. Goodbye, everyone.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Leo.
We had a good run.
We had a good run. Indeed.
Oh, you know what you could do? We could play against a robot, and we both operate keyboard. One of us
Wait,
gets
would that work? I am
one of us
kind of
gets the mouse,
intrigued.
and one of us gets the keyboard.
Hold on, are you both still in? You're both still in.
I'm
I
in.
kind of want to test this.
Okay.
Are you guys up for trying this out?
Yes. Yes.
This might just make Pyre explode, but
Awesome.
I mean, let's give it a shot. Why not? Alright, so in that case, we'll make...
How do I turn off an Xbox controller?
Hold on. No. Why is it now insisting on having one person be... Uh-oh. There we go. I want one person on keyboard mouse, and I want one CPU. Why are you only letting me do controller and CPU? What the heck? What is going on?
Come on.
We got it. No, we didn't. Go back to the menu.
What if we just did it with the controller and would that?
Oh, yeah, wait,
would
this
it
might actually be fine. If you guys have keyboard mouse enabled, it might still work. I don't know. This is, kind of uncharted territory here. One moment. Let's give this a shot.
Braving new frontiers. Together with Lids and Leo.
And then do the Titan start for the robot so that it's harder.
Harder for you?
Yeah. The Islach Titan star.
Oh dear. All right. Well, what CPU
Brain
strength
cell.
are we looking for? We going up against a CPU master here?
Yeah.
Gen Z?
But
Oh, you didn't hear? She's jumping in.
what are we talking about?
The Titan stars.
No way. Just trust the process. Just trust the process, Leo.
All right. Are we doing all of them? Are we doing just this guy?
Fuck. Okay, who gets the keyboard? Who gets the mouse? Yeah, just Islach.
I don't know. Can you guys move anything right now?
So I can use the mouse.
Okay.
I don't know
Okay.
if it's the
That's
keyboard 'cause
something.
I can't test that. I'm gonna click the. Oh. Okay, that was lag. Yeah, I can click the Islach, and I'm gonna click proceed.
Okay.
Oh, I can test with space. Okay, I'm pressing space, and it worked. Okay, my keyboard and mouse both work.
Okay.
Oh,
So Leo can do stuff, as brother Lilac can.
On the withdrawn. Welcome.
Okay, that's me. That's me with the
Okay.
mouse.
It seems like you might both
And
be able to do things.
Uh,
This is so unbelievably cursed.
so in what control scheme are we using? WASD.
I think we're still on WASD, which is Leo's
Okay.
preferred setup. I don't believe that is Lilac's preferred setup.
It is not.
So, okay, that'll
Okay.
add more spice.
I
In
can
the
endure.
first round, you operate the mouse and I'll operate the keyboard, and then
Okay.
after a score happens, we swap.
Oh,
Who do we
goodness.
pick?
Well,
Worm.
Okay.
That one seems less disruptive when you aura cast.
Oh, what masteries?
Okay, I'll pick.
Never a dull moment at Right Club.
So we find new ways to do crazy things.
You pick the.
This is what happens when you don't when the Supergiant does not touch one of their games for like almost 10 years.
Well, for what it's worth, the reason why we are doing this, in case anyone is like, what the heck is going on? Remote play Pyre, versus mode Pyre, does not allow 2 players on keyboard mouse to play against each other. It only allows there to be at most 1 person on keyboard mouse, which is why we do generally try to encourage people to go the controller route, because if people are on controller, then we can avoid being stuck in this situation where usually if we were trying to get 2 keyboard mouse people playing against each other, we would just say, no, that's impossible, can't be done, alright, we need to find someone else, unless you do this.
Okay.
I'm on keyboard, you're on mouse.
Commence.
Oh, something's wrong.
You don't say.
Something's. Okay, my W instead of moving up causes you to. Wait, what the heck? You're jumping? I'm not pressing space.
Lilac might be.
Wait, are you on keyboard or are you on mouse?
Wait.
Are you pressing keys? You're pressing keys.
Okay, now I'm pressing keys. I forgot that's how you control them.
Oh man.
I am not used to using WASD.
Okay, now I'm on keyboard, you're on mouse. So you're controlling the.
I'm using the mouse.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you're just switching characters.
I don't know why that's what happens when I click.
Oh, that's so weird. What? Yeah, so
Are you two on different control setups somehow?
When you left click, you switch characters. When you right click, you cast your aura. Wait, how do you throw with the keyboard?
Okay, I would just like to note that you did somehow manage to score, which is an incredible achievement. I am absolutely amazed. That's a win in my book. It doesn't matter what happens from here on out. That was a win. Everyone banished on both sides, but I think the CPU, yeah, it's getting people back first. Interesting strategy from the CPU, passing the orb to themselves with a partial
Now I've got
throw.
keyboard. Use left click. Don't use left click. Use right click.
What is this nonsense?
Are you moving?
I'm moving. Yeah. You're casting aura and switching characters. I can't jump or do anything when you cast aura.
Go, go, go! It's another score! I mean, a couple of scores is legitimately respectable. You're in the lead right now, dare I say.
Oh, you can control the character too.
No! So close yet so far.
Wait, what? Oh, you're using the keyboard. Okay, sorry, I thought you were using the mouse.
Oh, well,
Yes.
Nice.
Is that gonna make it? Yes, it will.
Okay.
That's another 25 damage.
I
We're
did
good
not
to
mean to do that.
You're on
What are you
mouse
talking
now.
about? Of course that was the plan.
Wait, I'm on mouse.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, I'm on keyboard. Okay. Oh, jeez. I just got bamboozled.
CPU
You're
plunges for
on
20.
Okay.
What is this
Can you
stutter
shift
step
sprint?
from ahead with? Everyone's down on the opposing side. There was an opportunity there. Hey zombie, how's it going? You're witnessing something very new and it's an
Oh my God.
underexplored technique.
Yeah.
And bro, I told you, bro. Yeah.
We're braving new and
Everyone's down on the
uncharted
opposing
territory.
team. If you're quick, you can throw this in for 10.
Well,
One score could be all you need here.
Okay, I'm on keyboard. I'm on keyboard now.
You guys. Sorry. Sap, have worst character on this map.
I don't know who the worst character is on this map. But meanwhile, the opponents
literally
plunge for 20.
Tried Sap, and, like, it didn't go well.
Wait, there's room. There's room. There's infinite stamina. No! You overshot.
Oh no.
But it's not enough. It's just 15. But
I
now
want
one
keyboard.
score definitely could be enough. It's close though.
To each his own.
Oh no! Oh, and they have leech. 20 damage and 10 leech. They only need one score, and now it is still possible with one score for you guys, but it would need to come from Orlek. Anyone else would not have enough damage. Give him the orb! No, he goes down and he has a 30-second respawn. Oh no, they're running! Oh no, all the banishments, and they are pushed in for the winning score. They, at the very end, actually break out an advanced technique. Oh, so close, but not quite.
Tonight's proceedings.
I must
What
admit,
on earth was that?
you guys did way better than I thought you would ever be able to do.
Until the
Thank you.
stars
Thank you.
That was very
I'd like
impressive.
to thank the Academy.
Oh man. That was a CPU strength 5
Oh my God.
with
Oh.
a Titan Star active, no less.
Warzy's joke is great.
Well,
Why is the gameplay being streamed?
yeah. I'm actually never mind, and that's a dumb question.
Oh, do you want to play?
No, I told Hallie and not because like Steam will let me in. I told play just like watching you guys play.
Alright, well,
I totally wish I can though.
we're in a strange situation where we have two keyboard mouse players, which does not allow us to have them facing off against each other, but we have just learned that it is in fact possible to have them both playing on the same team as each other against a CPU. And somehow, some way, it kind of worked. They almost won. They very nearly
Co-op mode.
did.
Co-op mode Pyre.
I mean, if you'd like to get in, we could. I mean, we could try getting, dare I say, one more. Or Morsi, are you on keyboard mouse or are you on controller? Because I don't
Are we
think we
going to
can
have
do a
3
third
people?
person on keyboard mouse.
Are we going to have an actual triumvirate?
We. What if you did that where the way that you did it was you decided who's controlling based on who has possession of the orb? Like, okay, I'm Joe Dariel, you're Hedwin, and that person is gonna be Rookie.
It could work. It could.
Dare I say it might actually work?
So one player controls the switch and or a cast. One player controls the movement direction, and the other player controls sprint and jump.
I think that'd be way harder. I was thinking you just
Yeah.
base everything off of who has the orb. So if this character has the orb, one person is doing everything. If a different character has the orb, another person is doing everything. If the third character has the orb, the third player is doing everything. Because I think once you start breaking things up into 3 different categories, I don't know how you can make any sense out of what's happening.
That works. Whenever you switch, we've got to say switch so we know who's playing. Also, we should change the controls to whatever the mouse version.
So, Morrissey, if you would,
Good idea.
if you would like, we could either try getting you in. Well, you use controller, so we can get you in normally. If you would like, what we could do is we could have you play on controller against Leo, Lilac, and me. And then the three of us can do that system where we're basing who's controlling stuff off of which character has the orb. That would be 4 people in total in the match, which is absolutely insane, but maybe it could work. What I don't know...
Like, how the heck would I even, like, walk them? What?
You know, that's a fantastic question. We're about to find out.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
If you want to try it, okay. I think everyone is bought in. Remind me, are we Steam friends yet? Morrissey, or
What?
Or do you if we are not, you can find my Steam friend. Okay, if you go in the Black Wagon channel in the Right Club, one of the pinned messages there has my friend code on Steam, so you can use that to send me a friend request. Then once we're friends on Steam, I can get you in on remote play, and then who knows what happens at that point. Okay, hold on. I think I just got the friend request. Give me just a sec. What is going to happen next?
Let's tune in next week on Dragon Ball Z to find out.
Right? I mean, at this rate, it's getting late enough. This might very well end up being our liberation, right? We might as well put this on the Fall of Solium. Let me see what happens here. Okay, let me get you the
We're like,
invite.
I am the Nightwings now.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Okay, the invite should be on its way. There we go. We actually get in game. And now we try to make sense out of how the heck this works. Okay, so you're going to be on controller. Can you... Hold on. So if we do... Oh, now it lets us do this, though. All uncertainty removed. We know for certain you're this player, and the keyboard mouse people are going to be on this team. So that's fine. That's fine. For a second, I thought we were both going to be set on controller. Then I was going to say, well, I don't know. How do we know for certain that the keyboard mouse people aren't going to accidentally control the wrong team or something like that? Which may still somehow happen, because we are absolutely dealing with black magic here. But... oh, goodness. All right, well, which triumvirate would you like to be?
I vote Chastity.
Yeah, well, I guess for both of us, which triumvirates do we want? I'm fine with whatever. So for keyboard mouse team, which I think I have now just joined, I'm fine going with whatever.
Keyboard mouse team is the Nightwings.
We're going Nightwings? I'm fine with that.
Sounds good to me.
1 second.
How do you mod the colors?
Vids. Also, we are the L team, for what it's worth.
What?
Well, all of our names start with L.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, Morsis, do you have a preferred team?
I'm fine with withdrawn. Just
Withdrawn?
want some color contrast.
Okay. That's fine.
Wait, what?
Also, admittedly, I don't know what the correct way to pronounce your name is. Is it Morzis? Is that the preferred pronunciation? Let's see. Go here.
You can say it like that, yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Getting rid of tempers. Say withdrawn is fine. Okay. Here goes nothing. Who knows what? Oh well, let's put ourselves at the fall of Solium. I think we treat this like it's a liberation rite. I think we do it.
Okay. So Dariel, Rookie, and
Whatever you guys want.
Hedwig.
Keyboard mouse team. I don't know if each. I mean, the person who is controlling the specific character should probably determine. Oh, we should turn this off. But should probably determine what they want for their character.
Hear me, exiles.
Okay, yeah.
You are gathered at the fall of Solium. You shall take part here in a glorious tradition.
I
Know
will
that
take
the scribes themselves.
Okay,
are
Lilac's going rookie.
Is Yakti Lilac being anointed?
Yeah, who's going in which spot? I don't know.
Does anyone want to anoint me?
One moment, let me just quickly double check the controls because it's been a long time since I've played on keyboard mouse. Let me double check, make sure I know what I'm doing. Okay.
Wait, Liz, you're playing?
Yes, I'm the third person on the team.
Oh, I thought it was me, Leo, and Morza.
No, we're going against. We're going against
Oh.
Morsees. It's the three of us against Morsees.
that hardly seems fair.
Well, we're gonna see how it happens, how it all plays out. So let me just see. So I move with left mouse. Shift is sprint. What is space jump? What is jump? Jump is W? What nonsense is this?
What?
Okay.
What? Wait.
What is
Why?
what does space do?
Like,
you don't use
Space
Why?
is for
space.
switching.
Oh, it's switching. Okay.
Wait.
Oh, there it is. Okay, okay. Okay. It's gonna take me a while to get used to the controls, guys. I'm just gonna be brutally honest with you.
Sorry, what are the buttons for casting? Is that
Oh,
right?
oh yeah, but hold on.
Right.
Leo also needs to know. Hold on. What is
Cast
casting?
is right.
Okay, it's
Right mouse. Left mouse move.
So
right mouse cast.
Your main keys are W, Shift, and space.
Okay.
Yes.
Some combination of those things, and things will
And it's
happen.
awesome.
Okay. Wonderful. Alright, I feel like whoever is most confident with this control setup should probably go first.
That
Is that
would-
you, Lilac?
I believe so.
Okay, so you go first. You take whatever you want. You're going Speedy Rookie. Okay.
Rookie.
So basically, I think our plan is whenever Rookie has the orb, Slash is the one, or is the one doing defensive stuff. Lilac, you're in control. Then Leo, whichever character you choose, whenever that character is the one in control, you're pressing all of the buttons. And then whenever the character I choose is the one who's the active character, I'm the one pressing all the buttons. And that way, we still have three
Okay.
people on the team, but we minimize the extent to which we are getting in each other's way. Because I'm sure we will still get in each other's way, even with this system.
So, I guess the other part of the system is you use the numbers to switch to the characters, right? So one is,
Well, I'm just pressing the
Either way,
space bar. I'm gonna be brutally honest with you.
and we don't know who's next.
Well, we're gonna find out then.
So what if you press your number to take control?
I mean, if you press space, it's always gonna switch to someone else. I just don't know. Like, if I do
You
that, I
don't
don't
know
know if I'm gonna be switching over to Leo or switching over to Lilac. We're just gonna have to
Yeah.
play it by ear.
Okay.
Do you want to be this person, Leo, or should I be this person?
Oh, I'll be the third.
Okay. Oh, you'll be the third?
Yeah. So you'll
Okay.
be second.
Are we going original trio? Is that the idea? Or are we going with
That's what I
whatever?
was thinking. You can do whatever.
Okay, because I I don't know what the safest option is when I am gonna be horrible here, I think. Oh man. Maybe I'll stick with the Nightwings. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like this is the safe option.
Interesting.
I'll be the
Tiso is
defensive
always good.
backbone who probably fails in every attempt to be that foundation, but that's my goal. I just feel like it's gonna be the easiest to make Tiso work because I don't need to cast per se. Just have the aura and hop
frequently-
around, and hopefully that's
How
good enough.
frequently do you think that this sort of thing will appear in the future, Lids? I'm curious.
I mean, we still don't know if Pyre is about to explode, so we're gonna take this one
Continue.
step at a
Are
time.
cursed talismans banned?
You can take any talisman you want.
It is the liberation right. Everything is fair game.
Yeah.
Ooh, hold on. Before we start, give me.
Oh, you need a minute, Lilac? Okay, well,
Yes.
Leo needs a minute to set up the character anyway, but just let us know when you're ready. Leo, what are you thinking here? So I'm trying to be the defensive character. So my hope is that you guys can do all the scoring, for what it's worth. To the extent that that affects your strategy, do not expect any offensive contributions at all from me.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. I was just saying, Lilac, my plan is I'm going all defense. Don't expect anything offensive out of me. I'm leaving that all up to you two.
Okay.
Is there a talisman that gives increased stamina?
The
Uh,
Muddled
yeah,
Flask,
Willem Dafoe.
sort of? Or Luminous
That's the
Idol,
one I was
yeah.
thinking of.
Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
No, it is not Willem Dafoe.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not.
It looks like Willem Dafoe.
Alright, well, that's our team. So I'm Tiso, Lilac went Rookie, Leo went with Headwind, so we are each controlling an individual character. Ari's like, what is happening right now? This is 3 people playing
Hi,
on one
Ari.
triumvirate Ari. Against a single person, Marcy's over here.
Technically, you could connect multiple controllers and have 3 people on each side.
Please, no. I think this is Morce's first match in Rite Night, and what a way to welcome you into Rite Night. Welcome to the Rite Club.
I think she's played
Correct.
like in
Yeah,
Discord,
in-
but never on Right Night.
True. This I have a pretty strong feeling. This is a little different than anything
We're
that
playing against
they've
3
seen
imps, so
before.
it's like,
My first ever NEPR game was the winner of the most recent tournament.
Oh, that's tough. I think this one's gonna be a little bit different.
Oh boy. I
Okay.
cannot wait to see how this goes.
Is this gonna work at all? Is the first question.
I'd pick Wild Heart, but there would be no difference.
Whatever you want. Whatever you want is fine. Alright, so for keyboard mouse team, just remember which character you are. Oh, it's 3 imps! I didn't even realize that. I've also immediately forgotten what all of the buttons do for keyboard mouse. This is Leo now.
that's
Now it's me. Oh no, it's me!
I didn't realize that was me.
Oh,
Oh, who's coming back first? It's Leo. Go, Leo!
Oh, I was using the wrong controls.
It's you, Lilac! Go, Lilac! Oh, now it's me! Now it's me! That's the key. Okay, don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. No, don't go to the board. Don't do that. No. How dare you use the portal? Okay, this is Leo.
Leo.
Go, Leo! Go, Leo!
Leo.
I choose you!
Oh no.
Oh, now it's Lilac. Okay.
Oh,
No, now it's me. Okay, I brought Lilac back. Go, Lilac! Come on, Lilac. I mean, we can pass it, of course, but then that introduces a lot of uncertainty. Oh, it's me. Okay. Oh. Bringing me back. That's a bold strategy. Lilac, well done. All right, we scored at least once. That's something. Oh, but no, there's no Lilac. Oh, sorry, this is Leo. I accidentally pressed that. No, no, don't do
Oh,
that.
this will be fun. This is fun to watch.
What is the fly button? Just asking for a friend?
The jump button.
What's the jump button again?
W.
Oh, right, it's
W.
W. That's such a silly button to be the jump button.
Don't want. Okay.
It's still you, Leo. It's still you. Oh, no, now it's me. Go, Leo. No.
Oh, you pressed the wrong button for space for jump.
Believe? Oh, never mind. Don't believe. Leo, go. No.
Oh no.
What if that's Liz? Don't pass it to that person. Oh, I went through the portal. I didn't mean to go through the portal. Leo, go. No. I'm not going fast enough. Go, Lilac. Oh, go. There's an opening. Yes, well done, Lilac. No, but please throw it next time. No, we don't have you in this round. It's you, Leo. Go.
Am I? Okay, it took me a second.
Nice. Oh,
Ari
okay.
says this is giving me Octodad flashbacks.
Go! Uh-oh. Might be a goner here.
Oh.
Get out.
Oh, nice! Go, Leo! No!
Wrong buttons. Sorry.
Uh-oh. Wait. I'm eyeing the portal. I'm wary. I'm cautious. Playing it safe. No. Wait for it. Oh, see, if I go here, get the extra aura size. Oh, never mind. I'm just gonna go over to Leo instead, accidentally. That's okay. Leo is perhaps more confident in casting than I am. Oh. Wait. Where's Leo? No! Leo, the portal! You can use the portal! Oh, never mind. Don't do the portal. It's a trap.
I'm so slow.
Oh, the infinite stamina as well.
Tizo flung the orb into the flame.
I needed to switch to you instead.
Lilac's back.
The true night
Help us,
seemed
Lilac.
to be falling behind.
No! Not like that. Go, Leo. You can do it.
Oh my gosh, I can't control. Like I keep
Oh, it's
losing
me.
control of my character.
Leo, it's you.
Tizo
Oh no.
vanished.
Oh, Lilac, it's you. It's you. It's only you. Oh, yes.
Whoa.
That's huge. That's huge.
The Nightwing's edge closer to victory.
Oh, just barely escaped it. Clutch. Oh no. Okay, it's me now. Ready? No. Okay, but the web lanthorn, it worked. It brought Lilac back. Go. What a snipe. No, you ran out of stamina. Oh, but you still got it. It's a plunge, though. We're Lilac-less. It's you, Leo. Go.
Yes.
Oh, clutch. That's a dangerous portal, though. That makes me very nervous.
Switch. Oh, it's not switching. Okay, switch.
Okay. Oh, no.
Go, man.
Ah! I've remembered what the fly button is. Well, it was good enough to stall for a little bit. Oh, what a move. Oh, okay. Oh, I got stuck. Uh-oh.
My mouse was in the wrong place.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna be the first one coming back. I believe. Maybe. Oh, I remembered the fly button just in time. Oh, wait, look at this. I see an opportunity. Huzzah!
Yes!
One score's all we need. I'm out for this round, but you guys can do it.
End the ceremony.
Not quick enough. Uh-oh. We might be in trouble.
Jeez, I keep losing control of my character.
Lilac, you're back.
No.
Oh, nice stop. It's just you. Get the stamina back. Yup.
Come on.
Okay, you have some reinforcements. Oh, the opening! We've done it! The true triumvirate. 3 players, and they said it couldn't be done.
GGXD.
GG. Well played, Morces.
Do you think this is what the rights are like for people triumvirates without a reader?
That's the authentic Pyre experience right there.
Yes. Totally.
Oh,
Yes.
well
My
played.
controller switches on dash. I'd cry.
Well played. Well played.
Wait, you can't switch. You can't dash because when you dash, you switch to a new character.
Hmm?
That was what our opponent
It
was
sounded
dealing
like,
with.
yeah. Oh boy. Well, that happened.
Yeah,
Which
if
is
I dash
saying
once
something.
it happens.
Oh, sorry, then I talked over you.
New controller.
Oh, getting used to new controller or something? Well, that's true, Ari. This is what the rights are like for triumvirates that don't have a reader.
Yeah,
well,
now the true Nightwing.
I think we ought to wrap up on that one, because I don't know how we can possibly take it from there, but GG, everybody. The first ever match with 4 players in at once, including 3 on the same team at the same time. Incredible stuff.
Imagine if we could get 3 players per team.
Oh man.
Yes.
I don't think. No, I think Steam Remote Play only lets 4 people in at most.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It might not count me as the host, so I think 5 total might be the most we'd ever be able to do. I think. I'm not sure. I mean, needless to say, I have not attempted to do this before. So I don't know exactly what the limits might be. I would have thought we've already passed where we'd run into the limits.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, as I said, I think it makes sense for that to be our final rite of the night, our liberation rite. Thank you everybody for being open to experimenting with
Understandable.
some real
Thanks
science.
for the game.
Thank you, Liz.
Thank you.
I am gonna
Yeah.
hop out of Discord, but I will catch you guys next time. Well played. Alright, let me free them all from Steam Remote Play. We had a lot of people in there. Let's see, free Leo, free Lilac. Or is he still in there? Where'd you go? Did you free yourself? You might have. There we go. Okay. Well, also my teammates may or may not have realized, but I did combine our names into Leolakids? Something like that? Oh man. Well, as I was saying, that was our final rite of the night. But thank you everybody who participated in the rites today, and everyone who gave us the requests in chat as well, and everyone who participated in our crazy science experiment at the end there. This was, of course, Pyre Community RITE Night, and if you're interested in getting more involved in multiplayer Pyre, then the best way to do so is by joining the RITE Club server, Discord server, which you can do by clicking on that link right there. My name is Lids. I'm hosting these RITE Nights, and my streaming schedule is Fridays, we're doing Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer, Saturdays, Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, and then Sundays, we're doing this, Pyre multiplayer. And then, theoretically, we'd like to try to find a way to squeeze in some Path of Exile 2 once again sometime relatively soon. But Lids Vids on YouTube as well, posting the VODs for all those streams, so if you missed anything, you can catch that stuff there as well. And if you haven't done so yet already, then of course you can also hit the follow button to get notification when I go live. Also at LidsVids on Twitter, I post there when I go live as well. But actually the best place to stay up to date on all things Lids is my Discord, which you can join by clicking on that link right there. But that's going to be it for me for tonight, so thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll catch you next time.